which means the Farmers and Merchants Bank joins you in cheering on the Mountain Home Bombers. We applaud the extra effort from neighbors like you that makes our local schools and activities such an integral part of our community. Working as a team to help you reach your goals is the perfect game plan for success. The Farmers and Merchants Bank, finally, a bank in your corner. Touchdown! Go Bombers! Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Don't let an injury keep you down. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons Dr. Win Moore and Dr. Ed Roeder at Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic are ready to treat athletes of all ages. Doctors Moore, Roeder, and their staff integrate high-quality, compassionate care with innovative treatment and years of experience. Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic will get you back to doing what you love. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 870-424-4710 or visit baxterhealth.org.
When the time comes to consider home care for a loved one, let First Choice Home Care make it a simple and easy process for everyone. With trained PCAs and CNAs, we will treat your loved ones like our family. With 10 offices around the state of Arkansas and award-winning care, let us show you why First Choice Home Care is the best choice. Give us a call today, 870-222-0088, or visit us on the web at www.firstchoicehomecare.net. And as always, go Bombers.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Visit American Safeguard Insurance of Mountain Home on the corner of Highway 62 and Cardinal. Insurance made simple.
Everyone is in a hurry these days, even when it comes to their banking, but sometimes you still need to talk to a real person. Arvis Bank's new ATM with live teller in Mountain Home is bringing customers a convenient way to do just that. You'll get the personalized touch of a teller-supported banking without the hassle of having to go into the bank. Just drive through and connect with one of our friendly associates with just a touch of a button, whenever it's convenient for you. Visit your Arvis branch location with ATM LT at 2619 Highway 62 East to try out the Arvis ATM with live teller today.
ASC Warranty is proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers. ASC Warranty provides dealers with vehicle protection plans for any vehicle in their inventory. ASC Warranty's greatest assets are the people that make up the ASC team. The work ethic and dedication to consistently superior services provided by all of their employees are second to none. ASC Warranty is proud to say the Bombers have the same values. ASC Warranty is one of your biggest fans. They will be cheering you on every step of the way. Go Bombers!
Discover the refreshing difference at Baxter Real Estate Company. While they welcome new faces, their agents are seasoned experts in the realm of real estate, particularly the captivating Twin Lakes area. With a treasure trove of knowledge and years of experience under their belts, their team offers unrivaled guidance to fulfill your property dreams. The area is experiencing a rise in listing inventory. Whether buying or selling, trust their experts to navigate the market with finesse. Baxter Real Estate Company, the Twin Lakes area's best choice for local realtors to help you find that perfect property.
The community of Mountain Home continues to be committed to the Bombers, just as Centennial Bank is committed to their customers. Patience, perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success both on and off the field of play. Whether you're cheering on the Bombers, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is there for all of life's moments. Let them be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
It's that time of year when the rocks start flying at your windows from the lawnmowers and weed eaters, so clear up your view of spring with Clear Results Glass. For windows, shower doors, mirrors, windshields, and auto glass, Clear Results Glass can even calibrate your windshield to match your factory settings. Stop by our new location at 5051 Highway 62 East, 2.3 miles from the bypass, across from Plant Family Therapeutics, or call 870-321-1098 for your free estimate today.
Knox Orthopedics, next powered by NAEC, North Arkansas Dental Group, Strider Consulting, United Country Real Estate, and Whitewood Materials. Now let's take you courtside with the voice of Bomber basketball, Dylan Conway.
Thank you so much, Craig and Partee. We are looking live here at Claire Bates Arena here on the campus of Van Buren High School. Glad we got this one in. We were supposed to play last night, but we had a little issue with the weather last night all across the state. And we're just happy to play this one. We're the only game going on in the 5A West this afternoon. It is the Van Buren Lady Pointers and your Mountain Home Lady Bombers. As we're about ready to tip off here in about 6.5 minutes. They're going to do the national anthem the whole 9 yards. Lady Bombers coming into this one 2-0 and 13-5 on the season. As we'll welcome in my broadcast partner, Brad Coleman. Brad, what's some thoughts on today?
Glad to be playing basketball today. Yeah. You know, after the snow and cold weather, and you always want to stay on schedule in the 5A West. You don't ever want to get off because that's going to have you, playing 3 to 4 games within a week, sometimes 3 games, and it just kind of gets you in your legs, especially when you prepare like these Lady Bombers do and Bombers do. So glad to get this one in. This is a top 4 matchup in the 5A West. If you look at the standings, both teams are 13-5, and both teams are playing really for seeding. That they're kind of in the top 4. The bottom 4 teams of the 5A West have struggled, especially against the top teams that are there. And so this is one that you're going to look at back at the end of the year and say, hey, we're playing for seeding really in this game.
This should be a good one coming up. This is the Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic pregame show. We'll have the presentation of the officials here in just a couple moments, presented by Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic as well. Again, this is the Bomber pregame show. We're going to take a short little break, bring you Lady Bomber basketball here in just a moment. This is Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network. Welcome back to Claire Bates Arena. They're ready to do the national anthem here and get things started. But this is a big conference tilt. Van Buren coming off a big loss to Greenwood the other night. They're going to do that to a lot of teams. But this is a very tough Van Buren team. Any last thoughts before we send it to break?
This is the big game. They do kind of all have a 2-3 zone. Mount Home's going to have to attack that, and we're going to have to play well tonight.
That's going to do it for the Baxter Bone and Joint pregame show. As they're getting ready to do the starting lineups and the national anthem, we'll bow out for that. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network. We'll have tip in just a moment.
United Country Real Estate of Mountain Home is the largest seller of rural real estate in the United States. With United Country, you'll find trust and integrity, integral parts of their high standards. As a seller, you'll benefit from United Country's unique and proven marketing system. You owe it to yourself to call the #1 team in the nation today at 425-3820. United Country.
This afternoon on the Bomber Sports Network and on Classic Hits 101.7. Glad you're here with us. We're going to check the starters real quick for Van Buren. It's going to be Cam Schmidt, Aspen Cohn, the athletic director's daughter, Drew Cohn, Havisha Johnson, J.C. Odom, and Sophie Gehrig. So they are led by head coach Michael Kinney in his 4th year, assisted by Kendall Ruff and Jeff Grinder. Kendall Ruff, a graduate from just down the road in West Bellefonte, Harrison High School, but we won't hold that against him. On the Mountain Home side, it's the same 5 starters it's been all year. Jayla Yonkers, Witten Coleman, Parker Husky, Lakin Moore, and Anna McCarn will be the 5 for Mountain Home.
Dylan Cameron Schmidt, number 3 for Van Buren, as the lights go off and the big scoreboard lights up here in Van Buren as they do their start. But number 3, she was a sophomore. She came in and played a lot of minutes for Van Buren last year as a freshman. I remember when the Lady Bombers came here last year, they had to win this game. They were battling with Van Buren for that 4th spot, kind of going into the state tournament. And, man, we came here and got off hot, got to a hot start, shot the ball well, and we hope we do that again tonight.
Yeah, that'll be a good start. If you're watching on the Bomber Sports Network, do not adjust your television. It's a shade of, is that Kelly green, I'd say?
It's Kelly green.
I mean, they do a good job with the presentation of the lights. This was one of the 2 spots that bid for the 5A state tournament. It was between here and Searcy, and this is as good a facility as we'll go to.
It's a beautiful facility right here. If you're watching, it kind of looks weird. It's down in a hole a little bit. You've kind of got the sides that are over there in the gray walls, and then the stands kind of sit up as you look down into. Okay crowd, I guess, for a Van Buren. I don't know what their home games are
especially for
like.
a Saturday.
Well, and, we were talking about that a little bit, Dylan, on these games that get pushed back. I think that the Saturday games hurts the home team. We saw it last week with Alma and Harrison. Harrison lost both those games, getting pushed back to a Saturday. And as a Friday, you're used to the way that things go with school. You're used to your after-school routine, getting to the gym. Usually crowds are there on Friday nights. When it comes to a 4 o'clock or 4:30 tip-off on a Saturday, things are a little bit different. So the energy here is low, but for the road team, they're the ones that are traveling. They're the ones that are going. They're the ones that are used to traveling, so everything's kind of more normal for those top teams.
So this is the opening tip-off presented by Clear Results Glass. Glad you're here with us. Mountain Home will be going from left to right in front of us here as the ball's in the air and we're underway. Parker Husky in control of it. Mountain Home in their road blues with a little bit of gold trim and white numerals. They'll be moving from left to right in front of us here. Van Buren in their home whites.
Coming out in a man, looks like Van Buren is to start this game.
Yonkers with the basketball. Now back to Lake and Moore. Mountain Home 2-0. Van Buren 1-1 here in the 5A West. Van Buren, one of the teams people are projecting to finish top 4 this year. Yonkers over to the far side. Moore's going to tee up the 3 from the left side, and this one is missed. Coleman got her hands on it. Was last touch. Looks like it's going to stay with Van Buren, and it will.
Good hustle there by Witt, getting her hands on it. She was outsized a little bit, but used her aggressiveness to knock the ball off the Van Buren player.
So Parker's going to throw it in. Parker looking. Now they get it to Moore.
Now Van Buren switched this 2-3 zone now.
Yonkers with the basketball. 28 on the shot clock. They had a fresh 35. Possession arrow will go to the direction of Van Buren on the next jump ball. As we're at 7:10 to go, Parker swings it to Moore in the corner. She's going to go past a girl. Looked like she was fouled. She stepped on the baseline, and it'll be Van Buren basketball. Looked like she was bumped there, but they let it go.
Yeah, Lakin did take a little bit of a hip check, and Van Buren got away with a foul and kind of knocked Lakin out of bounds.
Van Buren in their home white uniforms with green lettering and numerals on the front with green trim and a VB on the shorts as this backdoor pass is sent out of bounds. Last touch by Van Buren, and Lady Bombers will get the ball back. 1 turnover to 1 turnover. 6:50 to go here. Clock never stopped while the ball was out of bounds. So it's very, very good start. It's a Saturday for everyone. I talked to their AD. They were having trouble getting people here to work the game. The officials were no problem, but getting clock people, PA guy. Of course, we never have an issue with the PA guy back home as Coleman has the basketball. Back up top between the circles. Back to Husky on the right side. Husky handoff to Moore. Moore's going to step back at the free throw line. Now pulls it up, gives it back to Husky. In the post to Anna McCarn. Going to go with a hook shot off the window. This one is missed. Rebounded by McCarn and a fresh 35. Moore with it to the far side, to Coleman, the near side, as it'll come back up top to Lake, and she'll reset the offense with 25 on the shot clock. Yonkers driving baseline, going to put up the 8-foot floater. This one's missed short, and it's rebounded down to Sophie Garrick.
So far, Mountain Home's had some good looks at the rim, just not able to get on fall. We started Harrison game off a lot like that.
Yeah.
Hope we can get the shooting better.
Driving along the baseline is Van Buren. The bucket is good by J.C. Odom. That's her first points of the ball game. And it's the first bucket of the ball game for either side. 2-0 our score here. We're about 5:40 left in this one, and a whistle and another turnover. And the ball will go back in the direction of Van Buren. Van Buren will throw in. Little full court extended pressure. Now it's run and jump. Husky and Moore will trap the ball handler. Now comes back to this side to Odom. Ball's reset in the middle of the floor. They tried to get it to Cone. It was picked up and last touched out of bounds. It'll be last touch by Mountain Home.
Mountain Home's got good active hands on the defensive side of things so far. When you're not shooting the ball, you got to play good defense. See if you can turn some defense into some quick offense.
So it will be Aspen Cone with the basketball. Going to go to her right, pulls up top of the key. 3 is good, and it's 5-0 Van Buren real quick. Slow start for both sides, but Van Buren, their start's not been as slow. It's 5-0 here at the 5-minute mark. Shot off the window is an offensive foul.
Yeah.
So they're going to get Lake and Moore with that one. That'll be her first foul right at the 5-minute mark.
It's already 3 turnovers for the Lady Bombers. I know Coach Leonard and Coach Husky not going to be happy about that.
4:59 to go in this one. Van Buren with the basketball. Cone trying to fight through some pressure to get it across, or close to cross half court. It's turned over, picked up by Coleman. Coleman with the basketball. They're going to swing it to Yonkers. She's going to have a layup off the glass good, and Lady Bombers are on the board.
And when you're struggling on offense, that's what you do. Turn some defense into some quick offense.
5-2 our score. Van Buren scored the first 5 points of this game. Now driving along the baseline. They tried to tip it in. McCarn tipped it. It almost went in, and it's rebounded by Mountain Home. Whitten Coleman with the basketball. To Lake and Moore. They swing it to Yonkers. She's going to put up the deep 3. She's got it. She's got all 5 points. A personal 5-0 run.
Don't let
Jayla Yonkers.
Don't let Jayla get hot. Don't let Jayla get hot. They can go in bunches for her.
So that's 5 points for her so far, as it is 5-5 now. Now it's skipped back to Aspen Cone, the point guard for the Pointers, as they face this beautiful video board you can't see on your screen. Comes back up top, now swung to the VAR side to Johnson. Johnson looking, brings it back to Cone. 10 on the shot clock. Down to 7 between the circles now. She's going to go to her right. They're trying to set something up. They can't get it to go. They give it to Johnson for a desperation 3. Hits the back of the iron, rebounded by McCarn.
Anna McCarn's been a different player these last 2 or 3 games for the Lady Bombers. If we can get that Anna, man, things are going to be really, really bright for the Lady Bombers.
3:33 to go in this first quarter. 5-5 our score. A little slow on this Saturday afternoon. We're glad you're here with us. Yonkers going to drive down to McCarn off the window. Good, and the Lady Bombers lead. And a timeout called by Van Buren. So it looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. Mountain Home with the lead, 7-5, 3:24 left in this first quarter. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network.
Since 1965, Harold Tucker Auto Parts has been serving the Twin Lakes area. Thank you, Twin Lakes area. See Harold Tucker Auto Parts for parts both foreign and domestic. From parts for automobiles to parts for mowers. They have custom-built hydraulic hoses and welding supplies too. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto specialist. Family-owned and 3 generations strong. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, proud to sponsor the Mountain Home Bombers. 810 South Street, Mountain Home, 425-5040.
Just as your local State Farm
Arena here on the campus of Van Buren High School. Glad you're here with us. Again, beautiful facility here. I was kind of shocked that they gave the Class 5A state tournament to Searcy.
Searcy's a beautiful venue too.
I mean both are really good, but they already hosted volleyball this year.
Yeah, that should tell you what type of team Van Buren thinks they have. You don't go for state tournament unless you think you got a team that's going to be there, 1, and 2, go a long way while you're there.
So this is bounced out of the low post. A whistle and a push is called. They're going to put it on the baseline. They might get Witten for that, and they will.
Yeah, she leaned on the body.
Yeah.
Got on her on the lower half of the body.
That's the second foul for the Lady Bombers. Only the second foul in this game, but it will be put on the baseline for Van Buren. They skip it in to Schmidt. Schmidt going to drive along the baseline against Lakin Moore. Off the window, good. That's a tough shot by Cam Schmidt. Now she's on the board. 3 different pointers have scored so far. 2:56 to go in this first quarter of action after we had the 24 hours of junior varsity basketball earlier. As this shot is missed by Moore, rebounded by Van Buren, now pushed ahead. Schmidt going to drive inside. This one is going to be a foul, and it's going to send her to the free throw line. They'll get Jayla Yonkers with that foul. So 3 fouls for the Lady Bombers to 3 different girls, and it will send Cam Schmidt to the free throw line. Man, that's some long JV games. Holy cow.
Yeah, the girls' game, we almost had a winning shot from half court.
Yeah.
Kara Jackson hits the shot. It rolls around off the backboard and hangs on the rim and just falls out. That would have won it for the Lady Bombers, and the boys
it was a 30-point game. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of timeouts called in JV games, too, that you don't see.
Well, they set the schedule out as the first free throw was missed. Here comes the second one, and this one will rattle around and fall in, so Van Buren regains the lead. They said, oh, yeah, we're going to play JV girls at 2, JV boys at 3, and then we'll play the varsity game about 4. No problem at all. And here we are starting at 4:30, but better late than never. Lakin Moore with the ball now across the timeline. 23 left on the shot clock. She'll hand it off to Husky. She thought about a 3. Now she'll give it back to Yonkers. She's going to drive, splits the double team. Try to get it down to McCarn, but it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Van Buren. So Lady Bombers will set up along the baseline. Yonkers looking to throw in, still looking, gets it into Coleman. She's going to put up the left side 3, almost banked it in. And the long rebound's going to come down to Van Buren. It goes down to Cone, skips it to the far side to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to put up the 15-footer, rallied around, won't go. Parker comes up with a rebound. She's barreled over. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touched apparently by Mountain Home as Parker was laying on the ground. I don't think her arms are that long, but it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Van Buren. Lucky it wasn't a foul call because it looked like Parker not trying to go intentionally after legs, but they could have called a foul there, but they did not. So Van Buren has the ball. They get it into Cone. Cone with the basketball. Between the circles, 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. 8-7 our score, Van Buren leading. They come back this side to Schmidt. They bounce it down to the low post to the sophomore. 3-pointer on the way from the top of the key is missed. Rebounded by Anna McCarn. That was Avery McDonald they tried to bounce it down to. Comes down to Lakin Moore, back up top. Yonkers, she wants the deep 3. This one is good. She's got 8 points right now. Jayla Yonkers, if it was just her, it'd be tied 8-8 right now.
You know, can Van Buren figure out how to stop Jayla? Then if they stop Jayla, then can they figure out how to stop Lakin? That's what makes this Lady Bombers team so good.
Well, 15-footer is missed, and it's going to go to Mountain Home. Last touched by McDonald, and it will be the Lady Bomber basketball. And we have a whistle substitution. Bailey Rittenberg's going to come in, replace Witten Coleman. You know, it's not a – it was very deep at the start of the year, but there's only 3 Lady Bombers that will come off the bench for this team predominantly. It's going to be Bailey Rittenberg, Sarah Williams,
and Livy Fosness.
Parker across the timeline. She's in the jump circle. Now she's going to go back to the right side. They clear it out on the left side, give it back to Moore up top, try to isolate her. Hesitation move. She's met by 2 girls. Van Buren's moved to somewhat of a – what, was it a zone? It looked like a zone.
They're a little matchup man, I think, right there, but that's how you beat a man. You just let Lakin go to work.
Lakin Moore hits the free throw line jumper. She's in the book for the first time, and Mountain Home has the lead once again. It's a 4-point lead, the biggest lead of the game so far. This is bounced down off the window and missed, but it's a foul, and it's going to send – that's going to send Cam Schmidt to the free throw line with 48.6 left in this first quarter of action.
Yeah, like I said, Schmidt's a great little player for Van Buren. She came up last year as a 9th grader and really helped make their season, change their season a little bit. And she did an awesome job. And she's a tough, long, strong kid, and you know, one the Lady Bombers are going to have to worry about for years to come.
So that foul was charged to Anna McCarn. The free throw is good, and now it's a 1-possession game.
The Bombers got lucky. They gave that last foul to Anna McCarn instead of Lakin Moore.
Well, I saw 24 go up on the board, but I think they changed it.
They did. Thank
After
goodness.
Some lobbying from the bench.
That's right. That would have been Lakin's second foul.
Jayla with the ball. She's going to step back. She's feeling it, and this one is missed. Rebounded by Rittenberg, but it was tipped out of her hands, and comes down to Van Buren with about a second difference on the shot clock. 30 seconds left in the first quarter, 29 on the shot clock, a whistle and a foul away from the ball. And it's going to go Anna McCarn, so that's her second foul. And that should be the bonus. 5 fouls to nothing so far. As Livy Fosness will come in now.
Let's think about that. 5 fouls to nothing. The Lady Bombers are the only ones fouling in this game, apparently, today. As Parker gets rolled over on one end, and that's what you get when you go on the road. You just got to overcome some of these things.
So that's going to send. I can't see. There's hair in the way. That's 22. That is Avery McDonald. They'll send to the free throw line. As first free throw is missed. Well, one thing I found out that Siloam, Greenwood, Alma, and Van Buren have a different referee assigner. So you'll see all the same refs at those games, but then us, Russellville, Greenbrier, and who am I missing? Harrison. As that second free throw is missed, all have a different assigner. So you'll see the same refs at all of those games. So it's funny, inside your own conference, you can get it called 2 different ways.
Yeah.
So Lakin Moore is going to dribble out the clock. Mountain Home will have the lead at least, hopefully. At the end of these 10 seconds, Lakin Moore going to drives, picks up her dribble, thought about shooting it, gives it to Rittenberg on the left side, down to 3 seconds, puts up the little floater. This one is an air ball, comes right down to the hands of Cohn, puts it up at the buzzer, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, Lady Bombers had a slow start, but now they end up leading 12-9. We're going to take a short little break, bring you the second quarter. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
Use your smile to change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. North Arkansas Dental Group, formerly known as Coleman Family Dentistry, is a proud supporter of Mountain Home Bombers. A family-friendly dental office providing a state-of-the-art clinic, North Arkansas Dental Group is dedicated to you, your health, and especially your smile. Visit us at our new location at 2338 Highway 62 West or call 870-424-4670. Go Bombers.
Hi, this is Melissa Miller, and it's football time, which means the Farmers and Merchants Bank joins you in cheering on the Mountain Home Bombers. We applaud the extra effort from neighbors like you that makes our local schools and activities such an integral part of our community. Working as a team to help you reach your goals is the perfect game plan for success. The Farmers and Merchants Bank, finally, a bank in your corner. Go Bombers! Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Glad you're here with us. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network. Lady Bombers have the lead, 12-9 our score, as we're ready to go here in the second quarter. Van Buren with the basketball. They're still moving from right to left in front of us here. And Buren, they got off to a quick start, but Mountain Home responded really quick, Brad.
Yeah, they did. We've been on a 12 to 9 run or something, or 12 to 4 run.
That's ended by Cam Schmidt's layup off the glass, good, and it's a 1-point game now.
Yeah, they started off 5-0 run on us, and we, got it on the kind of has responded with a 12 to 4 run. This game may be about some runs and who can you outdo the run from Van Buren.
As three-pointer on the way from Moore is good, and it's a 4-point lead once again. Lakin Moore with 5 points. And if shots are falling, Lady Bombers are even better.
They're tough to beat. You got 2 legit scores in Lakin. Got 10. Got working on 10 here. Working on 10. Oh, almost got it.
About a second short of it. They try to dump it down to the low block to Gilbert, as it's going to be reset. Cone's going to have the basketball. Brings it back up top to, who did we say number 2 was? That was.
We have her on our scouting report, but they don't have it in the deal. That is Hope Odom.
Hope Odom, as she dumps it down off the window, good by J.C. Odom. Have to imagine they're sisters.
Odin. One's Odin. It's
and
Hope Odin, and one's Odom.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't see her on my notes here, but you got the scouting report.
That's
you're
right.
You're the guy in charge. So that's going to go to Odom, and it's a 2-point game once again. 6:40 to go in this first half of action. 15-13 our score. Lady Bombers with the ball. Shot is missed, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Van Buren. They tried to save it, but it was bounced out of bounds. The Lady Bombers will have it back. Well, they're going to say, yeah, they had a for Van Buren go out like she was going to throw it in, but Parker's going to throw it in here to the right side of the goal. Sarah Williams is coming to the game now. Lakin Moore, a lot of contact as soon as she gets the ball inbounded to her. Throws up the hook shot off the window.
Left-handed. That's a nice left-handed finish by Lakin. So anytime the ball goes out of bounds, Van Buren is switching to their 2-3 zone. Mountain Home's going to have to start realizing that and know when they call plays, they're going to have to call zone hits coming out of the out-of-bounds plays.
So that's a lot of what they worked on. It's been nothing but zone that Van Buren's run the last couple games. As this one is off the window, good. Should have been a travel. Might have got away with an extra step as Cam Schmidt gets that one to go, and it's 17-15 now in favor of the Lady Bombers. Schmidt has got 7 points. As this one's dumped down, it gets back up to Yonkers. Screen from Williams, going to bounce it down. Good pass as this one is blocked. Rejected by Van Buren. Now they're going to go the other way. That's picked up by Gilbert. Gilbert thought about the 3. They're going to give it down to the block to Schmidt. Kicks it out to the far side. Cone for 3. This one is missed and rebounded by Jayla Yonkers.
Right now, Van Buren's getting the favorable calls for sure. There's a walk call on one end that should have been. I think that was a foul down there on Sarah on that end that should have been, but Mount Home's going to have to play through that.
17-15 our score. A little slow start for everyone. It's playing like it's Saturday afternoon. Parker Husky back to Moore up top. 3-pointer on the way. This one is missed and rebounded down to Gilbert. Gilbert with the basketball. Now it's back up to Cone. Cone's going to drive, throws it off the window. This one is missed and rebounded by Lakin Moore. Coleman puts up the 3. This one is good. Whitten Coleman from downtown. Shooting that like her dad did about 20 years ago.
Whitten's a spot shooter. She's not going to be a volume shooter. She's not going to be one that's going to give you a whole lot of shots, but it's going to be one that when she shoots it, she needs to hit it like that right there.
And a whistle and a timeout. Van Buren's going to take their second timeout. We'll take a break with them. 4:44 to go in this first half of action. Lady Bombers with a 5-point lead. We'll take a break. This is Lady Bomber Basketball and Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network.
Tired of feeling like a number at your bank? At FNBC, they pride themselves on providing personalized service to each and every customer. They believe in building strong relationships, and they take the time to get to know you and your unique financial goals so they can provide the best service possible. They invite you to stop by into any of their convenient locations across North Central and Northeast Arkansas and Southeast Missouri to meet their team of dedicated community bankers. You and FNBC. Better together. Member FDIC. Go Bombers.
Back here in Van Buren, Lady Bombers with a 5-point lead as they're heading closer to halftime.
So Mountain Home switched to a 1-3-1 right there. Kind of caught Van Buren. That's why they had to call timeout on their defense.
Those dumped down. Lakin Moore picks up the basketball, and now they're going the other way.
We switched defenses coming out of that timeout. Van Buren tried to set a set play for the 1-3-1, and we baited them into it.
Moore off the window, good. Another point for Lakin Moore. Another 2 points. Now she's into she's at 9 points. And Lady Bombers have their biggest lead of the ball game. They're up a touchdown and an extra point. as they come back down to Johnson. Skip to the far side. Cone thought about a three. Lady Bombers have changed their defense. Three-pointer on the way. This one is missed. And a whistle and a foul. A displacement call under the rim is called, and Lady Bombers will have the ball back.
That's Whitten Coleman right there doing a great job boxing out on Cam Schmidt. And Cameron went right over the top of her, pushed her out of the way to try to get that rebound.
So that last foul they're going to say was on Cam Schmidt. That's the first foul of the ball game for Van Buren at the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter. Under 4 to go now. Lakin Moore with the ball, gets a double screen from Williams and Parker. Yonkers puts up the floater. This one rattle around, won't go, as it's saved right to the hands of Parker Husky. They'll have a fresh 35. Moore with the ball, going to drive along the baseline, back to Husky. Husky between the circles, comes to this side to Yonkers. She's going to drive to the middle, little Euro step, throws it off the window, won't go. Sarah Williams saves it right to the hands of Cam Schmidt, and now Van Buren's got numbers going the other way. Schmidt going to drive against Husky, little Euro step, and the bucket's good. The lead's back down to 5. That was a good move.
Great move by a good basketball player right there. Kind of went over the top. Parker was set up for the player control foul. Just an excellent move by Cam Schmidt.
And it wasn't a travel.
No, it was not.
It was a good move. So Lakin Moore puts up the deep three, NBA range, knocks it down, and they respond right back. Lakin Moore with 12 points so far.
I called this before the game. Lakin and Jayla's going to have a big night shooting the ball, and so far they've made me look good.
Well, I think they saw the weather forecast and realized we might not play till next Friday, so I think they're trying to get all the mix they can. And now this one's turned over right to the hands of Lakin Moore. Whitten Coleman stepped in front of the passing lane and got the steal, as Moore will walk this one up right in the middle of this jump circle. She's moving to her left, going to hand it off to Yonkers, and they'll reset. I think they're going to isolate Yonkers or Lakin.
Yep.
Try to get a bucket. Jayla's going to drive. Good defense by Henry as she is fouled. They're going to call a displacement foul. They're going to give that to Brinley Henry. That's her first foul, team's second of the ball game.
Anna McCarn coming in right now for Sarah Williams, back on the floor. Anna's got 2 fouls. She's going to have to be smart. I saw Coach Husky and Coach Leonard talking to her as she's going in there and just saying, hey, you got to make sure you don't pick up a cheap third one here at the end of this first half.
So Jayla has the basketball. Lady Bombers with a fresh 35, 2.5 to go in this first half. They give it over to Moore. A lot of contact there. Holy cow. Moore's going to drive again, as a lot of contact again. Parker Husky's going to drive, kicks it back to McCarn on the right elbow. She's going to look, took her dribble. Coleman going to drive, met by a double team, and it's picked up by Parker Husky. Husky back to Moore, a whistle and an offensive foul. They're going to call Whitten Coleman with an offensive foul. I think she might have set an illegal screen.
She did. She got tripped up and was mad that she didn't get a foul call, got up, tried to go set kind of a frustration screen on one of the Van Buren players, and they called her for it.
So that's her second foul. I think they're going to leave her in there, try to play.
They
took Baylor Rittenberg
in
now.
For.
So it's skipped to the far side. That is Henry. And it's turned over. Jayla Yonkers has the basketball now, one-on-one, heading towards the rim, and this was knocked out of her hands.
She's out of bounds.
And it was touched out of bounds by, that was Aspen Cone, trying to save it, but she was already established out of bounds, and the ball will stay with Mountain Home. Parker will throw in, looking, gets it to the top of the key. Yonkers, she wants a deep NBA range three. Lady Bombers pouring it on early. That is their 5th 3 of the ball game, and it's an 11-point lead.
Jayla and Lakin are both feeling it. Like I said, if you're going to stop one, you can't stop them both, and the other one is they're just going back and forth.
This jumper is missed. That was by Garrick, and it's picked up by McCarn.
She's just getting hammered. Holy cow.
As this layup is good off the window. That was by Garrick, I believe. Or no, that was J.C. Odom. So the bucket is good by her. That's her 6th point of the night. And now the lead is back under 10. With about 1:13 to go, Bailey Rittenberg with the basketball, going to drive to the middle. Gives it back out. Yonkers another 3. Man, she's feeling it. Holy cow.
With it. Let's go.
Give me the hot sauce, Brad Coleman.
That's right.
Another 3 for Yonkers. That's her 4th of the game, and it's 31-19 as they get down to a wide open Van Buren Lady Pointer. Garrick missed it, rebounded by Yonkers. Lady Bombers could go 2 for 1 here if they're selective.
We want to be smart. We got the big lead. We don't want to do anything. Let's just take a great shot and continue to extend this.
And I'd go to Jayla Yonkers here. She's
or
hit 2 in a row.
For sure.
And a whistle and a timeout. Coach Dale Leonard wants to talk it over real quick. Draw something up here toward the end of the quarter or the end of the half. We'll take a short little break with them. Timeout, Lady Bombers. Lady Bombers lead 31-19. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network.
United Country Real Estate of Mount Holm is
30,
the largest seller of rural real estate in the United States. With United Country, you'll find trust and integrity, integral parts of their high standards. As a seller, you'll benefit from United Country's unique and proven marketing system. You owe it to yourself to call the #1 team in the nation today at 425-3820. United Country Real Estate, proud supporters of our Mountain Home Bombers.
Lady Bombers fresh out of the timeout as they're trying to draw something up here at the end of the half. Try to get another bucket and then another stop and maybe another bucket.
You know, one thing they did, they brought Livy Fosness in for Anna McCarn. Van Buren's dropping back in the zone, brought Livy Fosness in so Anna doesn't pick up her third foul before the end of this quarter.
Jayla going to put up another three. They're
Come on,
wide open!
Come on!
Jayla Yonkers again!
Let's go!
Another three by her. That's 5 in the first half. As Van Buren's scrambling now, puts up a quick shot. This one is missed. Fosness fighting for the rebound. It's going to roll out of bounds and stay with Van Buren.
No way! They're calling that ball out on the Lady Bombers. Van Buren girl was laying on the floor with the ball out of bounds.
It's going to stay with Van Buren. Johnson will throw in as they're going to put Cam Schmidt back into the game. 13.2 to go. Best we could do is just hope for a stop here. As they go to the far side, three-pointer on the way. This one is missed, comes right down to Van Buren, right to the hands of Odom, and it's put in by Gehrig. Down to 5 seconds to go. Lakin's going to have to put up a shot here from 1 second left. She doesn't see the clock. Yes, she does. Puts it up, and this one is missed short. But the Lady Bombers will head to the halftime huddle with a 13-point lead. Lady Bombers lead 34-21 as we are now at the halftime break. We will take a short little break and talk to Coach Josh Fulcher here at halftime here in just a moment. This is Lady Bomber Basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
When the time comes to consider home care for a loved one, let First Choice Home Care make it a simple and easy process for everyone. With trained PCAs and CNAs, we will treat your loved ones like our family. With 10 offices around the state of Arkansas and award-winning care, let us show you why First Choice Home Care is the best choice. Give us a call today, 870-222-0088, or visit us on the web at www.firstchoicehomecare.net. And as always, go Bombers.
ASC Warranty is proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers. ASC Warranty provides dealers with vehicle protection plans for any vehicle in their inventory. ASC Warranty's greatest assets are the people that make up the ASC team. The work ethic and dedication to consistently superior services provided by all of their employees are second to none. ASC Warranty is proud to say the Bombers have the same values. ASC Warranty is one of your biggest fans. They will be cheering you on every step of the way. Go Bombers! Don't let an injury keep you down. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons Dr. Wynn Moore and Dr. Ed Roeder at Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic are ready to treat athletes of all ages. Doctors Moore, Roeder, and their staff integrate high-quality, compassionate care with innovative treatment and years of experience. Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic will get you back to doing what you love. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 870-424-4710 or visit baxterhealth.org.
Discover the refreshing difference at Baxter Real Estate Company. While they welcome new faces, their agents are seasoned experts in the realm of real estate, particularly the captivating Twin Lakes area. With a treasure trove of knowledge and years of experience under their belts, their team offers unrivaled guidance to fulfill your property dreams. The area is experiencing a rise in listing inventory. Whether buying or selling, trust their experts to navigate the market with finesse. Baxter Real Estate Company, the Twin Lakes area's best choice for local realtors to help you find that perfect property.
Brad, what are you doing?
I'm resizing all my boxes.
Why?
New
Back here at Claire Bates Arena at halftime here, Lady Bombers with the lead, 34-21. Jayla Yonkers wearing the net out. We are joined at halftime for the Central Heating and Cooling halftime show with Coach Josh Vulture. We'll check stats here in just a moment. Coach, what a great way to spend a Saturday.
You know, rather be no other place than Claire Bates Arena. Fun fact, Claire Bates was a 1932 graduate of Mountain Home.
Really?
Former Lady Bomber, no.
Yeah, no, I knew that was because they have a big poster over there, but that was good. You sold me for a second.
I got you. I got all our listeners at home for about 2 seconds.
Coach, been a good first 2 games of conference. I mean, anything you want to say about that? I mean, how do you keep the momentum going now that you're kind of off schedule a little bit with the weather?
It's all good. You know, we're 1 day behind, but yeah, I mean, if you live in the past, you won't have much success. So we live in the now, the present, and the future. And what's up next is Van Buren. And, you know, we told the guys enjoy the Tuesday victory till midnight, just like every other night. Then we turned the page. And, you know, Van Buren has our full attention. They've got an outstanding team. They're sitting here, you know, top of the conference. And that's kind of where we want to be. And this is our first road conference game, so that's, you know, all conference games are challenging, but games on the road are always tough. Teams, you know, and this is a really good shooting team, and you put them in their home arena, and that makes them even more dangerous.
Of course, you have one young man on Van Buren's squad, that Trenton Cooley, who's not really known for his shooting. He ended up on SportsCenter the other day, but I mean, this is just a well-rounded team that we're going to see today, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, Trenton's, I like his game, super athletic, great aggressive defender, knocks down the open 3. You know, they've got, you know, he's a returner from last year, and then they've got 3 other outstanding players that have played a lot of basketball together. That's the point guard, Basul. You know, he's kind of the one that gets them going. But right behind them, you've got the McDonald kid. You know, he's so much trouble because he shoots with such great range that there's going to be some, yeah. And then number 1, he's going to be another issue. So they've got outstanding guard play. But you know what kind of been a surprise is their inside 21, the Denton kid. He's played really well, and he's a junior. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Nice, polished post-up game. Does a really good job. I like him. But, you know, there's a lot to like about this team, and there's a lot to like about our team. So be 2 good basketball teams hook it up here.
So you got your 2 games into your conference season so far, 2 big home wins. This is the first road game you've had in over a month. What are some things that you look for on the road? And you're just, I mean, because you're in the middle of the test right now. You know, you prepare for the test, you know, all the way from March to December. I mean, what are you looking for in the next 12 games?
We're going to ask our guys to be level 3 competitors. You know, level 3 competitor, you know, it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter what the situation is. You're always competing to be your very best. And you don't play the scoreboard. You don't play the energy from the fans. You don't play the location. You're in between the lines. You're playing the game of basketball, and you're playing your opponent. And we want them to be at their very best, because if they're not at their very best, then they're not going to win. And we need our guys all on the same page. Communication is going to be key, because some of the things we're going to do defensively, and we're going to have to be really consistent, because there's so much of a court to guard with these guys, because they all can put it on the floor. They can all shoot it. It's a really outstanding perimeter squad. And, you know, we've got our hands full, but that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the guys to just be focused, do what they need to do, follow the game plan, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, I mean, we're looking at this today, playing this game, and we're not too much behind schedule. Everyone's played their game that was supposed to happen last night, either last night or Thursday. But, I mean, you know, you don't want to look ahead, but you have to look ahead at this forecast that's coming in here. How do you – when you know something like that is coming, how do you prepare for that?
Don't worry about it. It's not a thing that we can control. All we can control is getting ready for our next opponent, and you know that's on me and Coach Morris. We always preparing ahead. So we've got our game plan ready for our next opponent, but our kids just need to be focused on Van Buren. So you know, if the weather comes, it comes. If it does, you know, if it don't, it don't. Regardless, we'll have our kids ready. And, you know, just just do whatever it takes.
I think what we both kind of said to Tim Stewart at Siloam is like, we know it's conference season. We know we're playing Siloam when it's snowing outside.
Yeah, it's been interesting, all these games so far, but with weather in the forecast. But those are things we can't control. So we'll just we'll show up when my boss, Coach Husky, tells me to show up, and we'll have our team ready whenever we do.
Balch, appreciate the time. Go get them, boss.
Decon, appreciate you, my friend. Go Bombers. Thanks to KTLO.
Go Bombers. This has been the Central Heating and Cooling Halftime Show. We're going to check a few stats here before we send you off. Jayla Yonkers has hit 5 threes. She's got 17 first-half points. Lakin Moore's got 13 points. Anna McCarn with a layup and Witten Coleman with a 3. That's all the scoring for Mountain Home. Cam Schmidt's got 9 points for Van Buren. Aspen Cohn hit a 3, and J.C. Odom's got 6 points. So this has been the Central Heating and Cooling Halftime Show. Lady Bombers lead 34-21. We'll take a short little break and bring you the second half of action. This is Lady Bomber Basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network. And we'll have you the second half of action here in just a moment.
Don't let an injury keep you down. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons Dr. Wynn Moore and Dr. Ed Roeder at Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic are ready to treat athletes of all ages. Doctors Moore, Roeder, and their staff integrate high-quality, compassionate care with innovative treatment and years of experience. Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic will get you back to doing what you love. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 870-424-4710 or visit baxterhealth.org.
Discover the refreshing difference at Baxter Real Estate Company. While they welcome new faces, their agents are seasoned experts in the realm of real estate, particularly the captivating Twin Lakes area. With a treasure trove of knowledge and years of experience under their belts, their team offers unrivaled guidance to fulfill your property dreams. The area is experiencing a rise in listing inventory. Whether buying or selling, trust their experts to navigate the market with finesse. Baxter Real Estate Company, the Twin Lakes area's best choice for local realtors to help you find that perfect property.
Back here at Claire Bates Arena, I had a minor heart attack. I saw the Hogs score. So this one's looking a whole lot better than that one is. Lady Bombers with the lead here at halftime. What stuck out in that first half, Brad Coleman?
Lady Bombers overcame a road officiating crew. We'll say that. But, hey, you know what? That's what you do. You got to do that on the road. But Mountain Home shot the ball well. If we can shoot the ball well this half, defense is going to win this game for us.
So Jayla Yonkers and Lakin Moore have 29 and Mountain Home's 34 points. As Yonkers skips to the left side, Moore a 3. This one is missed and rebounded by Van Buren. Mountain Home now moving from right to left in front of us here. They'll go shooting towards their bench along with Van Buren. They'll go from left to right. As this 3 on the way, this one's missed, rebounded by Coleman. Wynton Coleman's going to run the show here real quick.
Let's get it out of her hands as quickly as possible.
Coleman with the ball, now to the far side, Husky. Her first 3 of the game. This one is missed, rebounded by Anna McCarn. A 6'4 junior, 3 on the way from Moore. This one's off the heel of the iron and rebounded by Van Buren. Lucky there wasn't a foul called on Wynton Coleman there.
Yeah.
Van Buren with the ball about a minute into this third quarter. No score here. Mountain Home with the lead, 34-21. No points have been scored this quarter. As it goes to the far side, they bounce it down to the low post as that is down to Schmidt, and she traveled. And it's a turnover to go back to Mountain Home.
Good job, Witten. Actually did a really good job walling up against Schmidt. Schmidt's a better offensive player. Witten's a better defensive player than that. She doesn't know who she got down there, but Witten walled up real good. Anna came down and helped, causing the travel there by Schmidt.
Of course, we appreciate Josh Fulcher coming by for the Central Heating and Cooling halftime show. They bounce it down to McCarn on the low block. She's going to go off the window, no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go up and shoot a pair of free throws here.
That shows how good of hands Anna McCarn has. Lakin bulleted that pass down in there. That was a bullet pass, and Anna came away with it and went right up, and let's see if she can make her free throws.
First free throw is good. She's lucky she doesn't have a jammed finger after that one. That was a bullet pass, you're right.
I tell you, Anna McCarn coming along as a post scorer is really just going to help these Lady Bombers.
Free throw is missed, but the Lady Bombers extend the lead to 14. She goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. First free throws of the game for Mountain Home, with 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. As it skipped back up top, now it's bounced. McCarn almost got a hand on it, but it's picked up by Van Buren, as that was to Gehrig. Gehrig had the ball. Now it's skipped to the far side to Gilbert. A couple brand new girls. They went outside their starting lineup here. As the 3's on the way, this one is missed by Odom. Offensive rebound comes down to Schmidt. A whistle and a foul, counted and 1. Cam Schmidt's going to go to the line. Tell you what, she's in double figures now, as she's got 11. She's trying to make it 12 here. Last foul was on Livy Fosness.
I think they got Whitten Coleman.
Yeah, that's right. They got Whitten Coleman. That's her third foul. I just happened to look up at the board. This only free throw is missed and rebounded by Mountain Home.
Whitten's going to have to play smart with 3 fouls.
35-23 our score here in Van Buren, as Moore's going to drive down to the middle, skip it out to Coleman. Van Buren in a zone defense. They give it back to Moore on the right side to Husky between the circles. Comes back this side. Yonkers wants her 6th of the game. This one is missed. Offensive rebound to Coleman. Puts this one off the window. It got tipped, and it's rebounded by Van Buren. 2-on-1 the other way, as this is actually 3-on-1, as this one's bounced out of bounds, and Jayla Yonkers stops the 3-on-1 fast break.
Good job by Jay stopping that offensive deal.
No, that was Parker, excuse me.
Yeah, it was Parker. Yeah, Whitten did a good job getting offensive rebound on the other end. Shot got blocked and kind of came away with it. Mountain Home just needs to keep crashing the boards, but like I said, defense is going to win this game for the Lady Bombers.
5:38 to go in this third period of action. Husky with the basketball. Now back to Moore, back to Husky, to Jayla. Now to the back side of the zone to Lakin Moore. A whistle and a foul. She'll go up and shoot a pair of free throws as she was fouled in the air.
You got Schmidt there. That's going to be her second.
That's her second foul.
Sorry, Dylan. That was an excellent offensive hit there for the Lady Bombers. They screened the back person of that zone, getting Lakin wide open on the block.
So Lakin's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Hits the first one.
And as a scorer, this is what you want. If you came out, Lakin hit that first shot, or that first shot came up and it went off the mark. And as it went off the mark, you want to get to the line. You want to see the ball go in as a scorer. And so Lakin's going to be able to step up here and get some easy ones and hopefully get her hot for the second half.
Sarah Williams into the game now. Second free throw is good. Lakin goes 2 of 2. Mountain Home 3 of 4 at the line so far. Lakin Moore with 15 points. Board has her for 14, but either way, it's a lot of points. So comes back to the near side. They try to feed the post. Lady Bombers.
They're in the lane. Get her out there. That's right. Yep.
They call 3 seconds down low, so it's going to go back to the Lady Bombers. Mountain Home in a zone there.
No, we went to man. I think it
right.
looked like Lakin went in there and was just straight manning up on Schmidt. Lakin's strong enough that she can handle Schmidt. Schmidt tried to post her up, and she just stayed in the lane too long. I was wondering if they were going to call it, and they did.
Rarely see that called. Moore's going to take this 3 from the right side. This one's good. Another 3 for Lakin Moore. That's her 4th 3. That's the 9th 3 of the game. And a whistle and a timeout by Van Buren. We will take it with them. 4:58 left in this third quarter. Lady Bombers lead 40-23. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
ASC Warranty is proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers. ASC Warranty provides dealers with vehicle protection plans for any vehicle in their inventory. ASC Warranty's greatest assets are the people that make up the ASC team. The work ethic and dedication to consistently superior services provided by all of their employees are second to none. ASC Warranty is proud to say the Bombers have the same values. ASC Warranty is one of your biggest fans. They will be cheering you on every step of the way. Go Bombers! Don't let an injury keep you down. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons Dr. Win Moore and Dr. Ed Roeder at Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic are ready to treat athletes of all ages. Doctors Moore, Roeder, and their staff integrate high-quality, compassionate care with innovative treatment and years of experience. Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic will get you back to doing what you love. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 870-424-4710 or visit baxterhealth.org.
Back here in Van Buren, we were just talking during the break. It's hard to, you could stop one that's really good, but if you got 2 that can go with a lot of pieces around them, that's hard to stop.
Yes, and so here's what's going to happen. Van Buren's going to try to stop 24. Guess what's going to happen? 3's going to come in and get hot.
This little jumper that was McDonald. It was good. So out of the timeout, Van Buren scores. McDonald gets her first bucket of the ball game. She's got 2 points.
Van Buren going to man-to-man.
They hand it off to Moore. Moore's going to kick it out. Sarah Williams, she wants a 3. This is an air ball and rebounded by Van Buren. Schmidt comes up with the rebound. Now Van Buren pushing the other way. Comes to the far side. Odom's going to go against Williams. Odom pulls her dribble back. 4:16 to go in this third quarter of action. Mountain Home with a 15-point lead. They come back to this side to Odom. Odom going to drive against McCarn. McCarn, good job walling her up, and it's rebounded by Williams.
Good job, Sarah. That was Sarah's girl. Anna came over to help. Sarah slid to the offside to get that rebound. That is just picture perfect help defense.
They were lucky there. They called a foul. Jayla gave a wide open look to Anna McCarn. but it's going to be a foul. It's going to go on. That's going to go on Aspen Cone. That's her first foul.
And let's not look now, but Van Buren is leading in the foul count the first time all game.
There's a miracle for everything, isn't there, Brad?
There is.
Williams going to go off the window or off the front of the iron. This one is missed. A lot of contact there, but it's picked up by Van Buren. You just had to say something.
Yeah, I don't think that was a foul.
No.
I think Sarah was in a bad position, and the refs did a good job not bailing Van Buren.
That's
out.
good. They're paying attention.
Out. Yeah, they are.
So it's going to go to the far side. Or they thought about getting to the far side. Now they finally do to Odin. Goes back to Odom. Now back down to Schmidt. Schmidt going to go back to work. And this one's rejected by Anna McCarn, and it's picked up by Lakin Moore.
Anna McCarn with great help defense layup right here, Sarah. Yep.
As this comes down to Sarah Williams off the window, won't go, but she will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair of free throws.
Man, this is scouting report 101 from the Lady Bombers. Schmidt gets the ball down in the post, right? Anna comes over perfect, walls up, makes Schmidt get rid of the ball, their best offensive player, then comes up and blocks the shot at the top of the key. You cannot ask for better defense from Anna McCarn than what you got right there.
I've heard a couple girls coaches say that if you have a 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" girl in girls, it's about the equivalent to a 6'10" to 7 foot in boys.
And not to mention her arm reach. She can stand up and touch the ceiling.
Yeah.
She's 8 foot. So I mean you got to shoot over the top of her, and it's just really, really good pieces for this Lady Bombers, and they're starting to gel right now as Bailey Rittenberg enters for Sarah.
So Sarah Williams goes 2 of 2 at the line. She's in the book for the first time. 5 different Lady Bombers have scored with 3:13 to go in this third quarter of action. Comes back to this side, goes to Johnson. Hasn't seen much time here in the third quarter. She's back in the game. They give it back to Johnson. Johnson got a lot of accessories on the legs. She's got the knee brace and then the leg sleeve. So
she's got some swag.
She's going to go off the window, and a whistle and a foul.
Oh, we talk about bailing them out. She was in a bad position, and they bailed them out right there.
They're going to say that's on Jayla. That's her second foul. So that's 4 different Lady Bombers with at least 2 fouls. Witten's got 3 as this free throw was missed. Witten's got 3 fouls. Lakin's got 2. Anna's got 2. And now Jayla has 2. So a little bit of foul trouble for Mountain Home, but they'll weather the storm, I believe.
We're getting close to that fourth quarter, and you just don't want to have 4 going in that fourth quarter.
So the second free throw is good. It is 42-26, as that was Johnson shooting those. That's the first points of the game for her. She went 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Lakin Moore with a 1-4 set there, dribbles to her left, bounces down to McCarn on the low block. McCarn's going to go back to the middle and give it back to Moore. Going to drive along the baseline. This one is missed. Offensive rebound to McCarn, put it off the window. Long rebound comes down to Johnson, and now Van Buren pushing the other way with 2:30 to go. Coming the other way is Cone. She puts up the deep 3 off the quick rebound, and it's rebounded by Moore on the miss. 42-26 here. Moore with the basketball. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Moore's going to hand off to Rittenberg. Bailey's going to give it back to Jayla. Jayla Yonkers going to go back to the middle. Now along the left side block, Rittenberg with the basketball. Gets the screen from McCarn as this one's flipped high in the air. It was tipped. Now it's to Moore on the far corner. Moore crossover dribble, goes back to the middle, goes between 2 defenders, missed offensive rebound, comes down to McCarn, who was knocked out of her hands, and it comes up to Van Buren. They skip to the far side. Johnson, Rittenberg got a hand on it. Johnson driving at the rim. This one actually got tipped in the air, but it went in. So Johnson on a personal 3-0 run here, and leads back down to 14.
In this half, it's 8-7 in this quarter. Mountain Home needs to extend this lead a little more going into the fourth quarter to make you feel really good about where things are going.
So, of course, as this is dumped down to McCarn, and a whistle and a foul as they'll send to the free throw line. We had this come up in the boys' game. You want to try to get, if you have a 10 or more point lead, that's the maximum amount of bonus points you can get. And you need all those tiebreaker points because we saw with the boys. It was a 1-point difference that cost them to stay, basically.
Yeah, you got to get all 10s. You want to go get points every time you can, and that's what you want to do. Anytime you can, especially if you're competing for seeding and things or trying to get in.
Yeah.
This may not be a Lady Bombers team that's worried about getting in, but that might mean the difference between a 2 seed or a 1 seed.
We're talking to Josh about that. At times you just want to win. But if you can control it as an offensive rebound off the missed free throw to Yonkers off the window, good. The offensive rebound leads to a layup. Jayla's got 19 points, leading all scorers. Minute 20 to go here in the third quarter. Lady Bombers up by 17. They haven't been able to quite stretch it to 20. It's kind of just hovered around. As Johnson, the three-pointer on the way. This one is missed. Stops a 3-0 run by her on that last shot. Jayla
Great
with the
pass.
ball, pushes ahead to Williams, got right out of her reach, and it'll go out of bounds with a minute to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, Sarah kind of flared just a little bit from where Jayla thought she was going to go, and it's one of those ones where it just got out of the reach of her.
So under a minute to go now, Van Buren with the basketball. Pass is picked off by Williams, but it goes right back to Van Buren under the rim. A whistle and a foul. They're going to call probably Sarah Williams on the reach there. They were all just reaching for the ball. It went right to the hands of Schmidt.
Sarah read that pass excellent on the backside of that 1-3-1 that we're doing. She caught it, looked to turn, and then the ball slipped out of her hands right into a Van Buren player's
So they're actually going to give that to Parker. That's her first foul. Parker Husky with one foul. This free throw was missed by Odin. Odin. Yeah, there's Odom and Odin. So this is Odin, like Greg Oden. As second one is missed. Shoots free throws like Greg Oden. Greg Oden, a career 56% free throw shooter.
Well, she's a 90% free throw shooter on the year is what the scouting report says on Oden. So
not 90% today, I know that. McCarn with the ball, hands it off to Moore. Moore gives it to the far side to Husky. Husky to drive back to the middle. Moore thought about the three. Now they're going to pull it back out. 14-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Moore behind the back, driving in the middle, gives it to Husky. Right side three-pointer on the way. This one is missed. Comes down to the hands of Cam Schmidt, and now Van Buren can hold for the final shot of the quarter if they want, but it looks like they're going to push as they're going to put up a 10-footer, rattle around. Now Jayla comes up with the rebound, and Mountain Home can go the other way.
Yeah, that's a great shot by Parker that last possession. You want her taking a shot every time she can.
Jayla's scoop shot won't go. Offensive rebound, Anna McCarn, as she is hit in the chest and falls over, but she will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws.
That's 24 rebounds already for the Lady Bombers to 13 for Van Buren. We've got a size advantage with Anna McCarn, and she is just being super aggressive. That play right there, Anna kind of fell down, hit her back. She's giving her a little bit of good job by the officials here. Actually, Dale's going to call timeout and give her some moment.
Dale's going to call timeout here. 2.9 left to go in this third quarter of action. Mountain Home with the lead, 43-28. We're going to take a short little break here. This is Lady Bomber Basketball Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
The community of Mountain Home continues to be committed to the Bombers, just as Centennial is committed to their customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Bombers, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is here for all of life's moments. Let them be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is
Back here in Van Buren, 2.9 seconds to go. Anna McCarn's got a pair of free throws.
Yeah,
Dale's got 3 timeouts left. As letting subs come in after the second.
Well, they're gonna let Livy Fosness come in and sub for Anna because she's hurt. She fell on her back. It looks like she's having a hard time catching her breath. Looks like she got the wind knocked out of her. It wasn't a dirty play. It was just her arms got caught up. She kind of fell down, hit her. They're looking at her here on the bench.
So Livy's going to hit the first free throw. She's in the book for the first time. Now Anna can come back into the game. So if it's something like this, she'll be able to re-enter. So the second one on the way, nothing but net.
That's how you do your job there, Livy Fosness. You come in and hit the 2 free throws and do your job as they bring Bailey Rittenberg in here. Mountain Home's going to extend full court pressure with 2.9 seconds, not let Van Buren get a run out for an easy shot here.
And a whistle. What are we talking about here?
I think they're going to say Livy Fosness has to stay in the game.
I don't know why.
Because there's not a live ball play. So the free throw, you can't. Since she came in to replace her during the free throw, there has to be a ball put in play, and the ball considered live in order to get a sub.
2.9 to go. They get it in and throws it up from half court. Cone. This shot is missed, and we will head to the third quarter. The Lady Bombers lead 47-28. We'll take a short little break and bring you the exciting conclusion of this one. This is Lady Bomber Basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
Use your smile to change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. North Arkansas Dental Group, formerly known as Coleman Family Dentistry, is a proud supporter of Mountain Home Bombers. A family-friendly dental office providing a state-of-the-art clinic, North Arkansas Dental Group is dedicated to you, your health, and especially your smile. Visit us at our new location at 2338 Highway 62 West, or call 870-424-4670. Go Bombers.
If you are tired of buffering and sketchy service, you need to experience Next, powered by NAEC's fiber optic internet. With service up to 1 gig, Next Internet is the definition of high speed. Plans start at just $49.95 a month. Subscribe to Next by calling 870-895-3221 or visiting mynextfiber.com. You may also subscribe by visiting North Arkansas Electric Cooperative's office.
Are you building a new...
Ready to get the fourth quarter underway here on the Bomber Sports Network and on Classic Hits 101.7. Alongside my partner Brad Coleman, we've braved the elements to bring you this event today, as we had a lot of games canceled across the state yesterday. They got moved to the open date, but we're playing this one today, as this one's almost knocked away, or was knocked away by Coleman, but it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by her with 25 on the shot clock.
We got hands Mountain Home back in a 1-3-1 little trapping zone. It's giving Van Buren some fits.
As this is dumped to the high post, now it's skipped out, put around, the turnaround jumper is missed. That about fell in. It's rebounded by Coleman.
Great box out again by Witten on Schmidt. She's taking it a personal vendetta against Schmidt. Dang it, as she turns it over.
One-on-one at the rim is Johnson. She's going to go against Coleman. Good job by her to defend that one, and Husky comes up with the rebound. She'll reset. So the 5 on the floor, Jayla Yonkers, Parker Husky, Witten Coleman, Livy Fosness, and Lakin Moore. The 5 on the floor for Mountain Home. As we enter the fourth quarter, Lady Bombers up 19. Husky back to Yonkers. Yonkers going to look to the near side. Now goes the far side. Had her pocket picked, a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Jayla. She tripped her. With 7:10 to go in this one. That's going to be Jayla's third foul.
That was a good foul right there.
Stopped a layup.
Yeah, it did. It was going to be a wide open layup.
Now, this was the NBA. We would halt the game for 10 minutes to look at the monitor.
To see if it's a clear path.
Well, a clear path, a hostile act, a hook, or college would be a hook and hold. You know, we would have stopped for 10 minutes, but thankfully we're in high school. So,
good Parker.
This one is met by a double team. Yonkers comes up with it.
She's getting hammered.
As a whistle and a foul, they're going to get Cone with that one, as she was displaced. As that'll be the first foul of the fourth quarter.
I love how you use the word displaced. A lot of people would say mauled, attacked.
That's the technical term.
Hostile attempt to push her down. All kinds of words that I could think of that might have been called instead of displaced. But you're a true professional, Decon.
Well, I try. Lakin Moore with the basketball as she's at the high post, picks up her dribble on the dribble drive. Jayla skips through a double team. Back to Lakin Moore. It's been a two-girl show today as there is a missed shot rebounded by Van Buren as the arena announcer announcing every time there's a shot blocked. So that's
good, Livy.
As this one is knocked away by Fosness. Comes down to the hands of, I believe that was Schmidt, as they're going to go to work again as this high arcing hook shot is missed as they're going to get a foul.
They're going to call it on us.
Wow, they're going to call that on Witten Coleman.
Holy cow.
There's no way!
That's the absolute worst call I've seen all day. Witten gets tackled. The girl's on top of Witten, and she gets the call on her.
So that's her fourth foul. So now the Lady Bombers have to tread lightly here, even up 19, as that's the fourth foul on Coleman. As this is dumped down to the low block off the window, good for Schmidt. And Van Buren has broken into the 30. So Cam Schmidt continues to be the leading scorer for Van Buren. She's got 13 points. 6 minutes to go here in this one as we're approaching the closing minutes of this one. Moore driving to the basket, picks up her dribble on the left hash mark. Couple spin moves, goes down to Yonkers off the window. This one hit off the front of the iron. Fosness got a hand on it, and fresh 35 for Mountain Home. Coleman with the ball now. She is being guarded by Odom. Going to drive, pull up 10-footer, whistle and a foul. It's going to send Witten Coleman to the free throw line.
Good job, Witten, hitting, stopping, taking the jump shot right there. She's known to try to get the ball inside to where that shot gets blocked. We've been working on stopping and hitting a jump shot, and as she did that, she took the foul.
So Witten Coleman's going to go to the free throw line. She has not scored since she hit that three in the second quarter. Hits that one, and the lead's back to 18. Witten Coleman with 4 tonight. She's going to have another free throw on the way. This one is missed off the front of the iron. Almost came down in the hands of Fosness, but it's rebounded by Mountain Home.
Good, Lake.
So it's rebounded, the missed shot. It's going to stay here. Actually, it's going to stay with Mountain Home.
Stay with Mountain Home, yep. Lakin got a good steal, and she was just got kind of attacked on the backside of it there for the foul.
They're going to give that foul to Johnson. That's her first. 5:32 to go in this one. Lakin Moore with the ball. Now they give it to Parker Husky. Across the timeline, blows by Johnson. Now she'll pull it back out. Lady Bombers, the clock is their friend right now, the next 5.5.
Yeah, we've got kind of going into some one-on-one ball. Let's get back into our little offense here and see what happens.
Moore, a little scoop shot off the window. This one won't go. Fostis gets a hand on it, but it goes right down to the hands of Cone. Cone going to drive along the far baseline.
Double dribble.
As she's going to throw it off the window. Good. The lead is down to 16 points. Aspen Cone on the board now. So one athletic director's kid goes at the other one with 4:56 to go here. As Husky with the basketball between the circles comes back to this side to Lakin Moore. Back to Husky. Thought about a three. She was a little deep. Of course, we've hit deep threes all day. So Husky with the ball. 15 on the shot clock. Moore hands it back off to Husky. They're trying to throw something deep as this one's knocked away. As Yonkers got a hand on it, but she was knocked away. And there's 4.5 to go. Van Buren with the basketball trying to cut this down to 14 as Williams got in front of it, but she kicked it out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Van Buren with 27 on the shot clock. Anna McCarn's going to come back in. They got her checked out, and Whitten Coleman will enter as well as we have a timeout on the floor. Did you see what they called that?
Let's see. No, Mountain Home did.
Yeah, it's a Mountain Home timeout. It is a 60-second timeout. We will take it with them here. 4:26 to go. Lady Bombers lead 48-32. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming on the Bomber Sports Network.
Use your smile to change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. North Arkansas Dental Group, formerly known as Coleman Family Dentistry, is a proud supporter of Mountain Home Bombers, a family-friendly dental office providing a state-of-the-art clinic. North Arkansas Dental Group is dedicated to you, your health, and especially your smile. Visit us at our new location at 2338 Highway 62 West or call 870-424-4670. Go Bombers.
On the Bomber Sports Network and Classic Hits 101.7. Lady Bombers up 16 as, oh my goodness, she switched pivot feet 3 times.
She does again. Did it again.
She's going to pull up from just inside the three-point line and hit it. That's going to be a bucket by Sophie Gehrig. That's her first points of the night. Tell you what, that jumper didn't look half bad.
No, but she took 4 steps to get open, but without dribbling, that's probably why she's open. But Mount Home's just got to score here. We can win this game with defense, but let's just extend this and make it a lot easier on us.
Correct. Lakin Moore with the basketball, under 3:45 to go. Moore's going to drive, kicks it out to Williams on the far side. It's going to come back to the middle, gives it to Husky on the left wing. Back to Williams in the corner. Try to dump it down to McCarm, but it's tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Mountain Home.
Got 9 on the shot clock. Need to realize that first and foremost.
3:37 to go. Lady Bombers up 2 touchdowns right now. Husky will throw in on the V in Van Buren on the left side. Along the baseline. Looking, finally gets it into the pressure release. Lakin Moore. Moore's going to pull up for an in-rhythm 3. This one is missed. Tell you what, something about that goal. We can't shoot on that goal, and they couldn't shoot there in the first half.
No, we just need to get some stops, though, and continue to take the ball to the lane, and let's get to the free throw line.
Cone, a little scoop shot off the window, good. And Aspen Cone has cut the lead suddenly down to 12. Another bucket for her. She's got 7 points as the Lady Bombers now lead by only 12. Husky with the ball, 3:10 to go. They give it down to Moore along the baseline. Kicks it out to Williams as she is fouled on the baseline. Of course, Williams hits it.
Yeah. So Mountain Home will be shooting 2 from here on out. So we just be strong with the ball, get to the free throw line, then we can take and hopefully finish this game off at the line.
Lillian Gilbert, they got that foul on as Husky will throw in to the left side of the basketball stanchion. They give it to the corner. Yonkers wants another 3. This one round won't go. Anna McCarn, the offensive rebound, and a whistle and a foul. She got hit on the wrist. And Anna McCarn will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws.
Good to see AMAC back in the game right here for the Lady Bombers. And she has the height advantage over all of these Van Buren players. And she is just attacking the offensive glass.
And a whistle and a timeout on the floor. We will take it with them. 48-36 our score, 2:59 to go. Timeout was called by Van Buren. We will take it with him. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
ASC Warranty is proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers. ASC Warranty provides dealers with vehicle protection plans for any vehicle in their inventory. ASC Warranty's greatest assets are the people that make up the ASC team. The work ethic and dedication to consistently superior services provided by all of their employees are second to none. ASC Warranty is proud to say the Bombers have the same values. ASC Warranty is one of your biggest fans. They will be cheering you on every step of the way. Go Bombers!
Don't let an injury keep you down. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons Dr. Winmore and Dr. Ed Roeder at Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic are ready to treat athletes of all ages. Doctors Moore, Roeder, and their staff integrate high-quality, compassionate care with innovative treatment and years of experience. Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic will get you back to doing what you love. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 870-424-4710 or visit Baxter Health.
Back here on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network, Anna McCarn has a pair of free throws. She missed the first one. Tell you what, she's only got 4 points so far, but my goodness, she's probably in the mid-teens in rebounds so far.
Yeah, she's doing a good job being aggressive.
Second one's good, so the lead is back to 13 with under 2:59 to go in this one. 49-36 our score here. As this will go down and a whistle and a jump ball.
Oh, goes Mountain Home's way. Good
job. Mountain Home.
Anna McCarn, first to the floor, usually wins the battle. She was the first to the floor of all those players. She did an excellent job, Mountain Home, getting Mountain Home the ball.
Van Buren extending pressure here as they'll get it into Jayla Yonkers. Had Whitten Coleman deep about at half court, but a risky pass there.
Yeah, it's going to be a full court man. We'll clear, make them guard us.
Jayla Yonkers with the basketball, 25 on the shot clock. As they're riding her a little bit, but they're allowing her a little space. Coleman going to drive to the middle on the dribble drive. Back to Yonkers. Three-pointer on the right wing from Moore is no good. Tried to bank it in. Comes down to the hands of Aspen Cone. They give it down to the near side as this was knocked away by McCarn to disturb that one. Three-pointer on the way by Odin is missed and rebounded by Parker Husky with 2:16 to go.
Slow down. Take clock is your friend. You don't even have to right here. Get a shot if you don't want to. You can have a shot clock violation for the rest of this game every time you have the ball, and you're going to win this game.
Mountain Home with 2 timeouts remaining. Van Buren with 1. As we're at the 2-minute mark as Coleman's going to have the basketball. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Moore on the near side. Lakin Moore with 17 points and a whistle, and a foul is called. They're going to give that to number 4, Aspen Cone.
Lakin tried to make that pass, and about the time she did, Jayla looked away, and it ran out of Lakin's hands, and Jayla was going for the ball, and we got bailed out on the foul. Good hustle there by Jayla to draw that foul.
So Aspen Cone now has 3 fouls. It will send Jayla Yonkers to the free throw line. This one is good, and the Lady Bombers have reached the half-century mark now. Jayla Yonkers with 20 points now, leading all scorers. First free throw was good. The second one on the way is cash. 15-point lead for the Lady Bombers now, 1:53 to go now.
Back into trapping 1-3-1 here, going to make it real hard on Van Buren to get any easy shots.
Cone off the window, good. The reverse layup. That's about the only open spot that they had, but they got it to go. Aspen Cone, she's done a good job so far. She's got 9 points.
Once again, we don't have to shoot. We can be super smart with the ball. We don't even have to get a shot up. We can take a shot clock violation.
Husky with the basketball, down to 20 on the shot clock. They give it to Coleman. Now it's a dribble drive. Coleman going to set something up. Back to 13. Husky with the ball. A whistle and a foul. It's going to send Parker Husky to the line. Looked like a defensive end shedding a block there.
Mountain Home did a good job. You know, Whitten had the ball up top. Well, she'll learn as she gets there, she can just hold that ball out there dribbling. She kind of set it back into motion. Just sit back and make them come out after you. Then you can set that play in motion.
So Parker Husky will go to the line looking for her first points of the night. She gets it to go.
Yeah, Parker's the most unselfish basketball player I think I've ever seen, ever. And that's saying a lot. I've seen a lot of unselfish basketball players. She could care less if she shoots the ball. Our coaching staff actually tell her, you have to shoot the ball. You can shoot it better. You need to shoot the ball more because it's just going to open everybody up. But this is what you love about your senior point guard. She gets fouled at the end of the game, goes to the line, hits 2 of 2.
Hadn't hit a shot. I think she's taken one shot today. And she hits both free throws there. The Lady Bombers trying to close this one out. The three-pointer on the way. This one is missed. Comes down to the hands of Coleman. Husky with the basketball. Looks like Van Buren's not going to try to foul, so they're going to ride this one out as we're at a minute to go.
Just take the shot clock violation. Just wait. Don't even get a shot. Just give the ball back over. I don't want to do that. I want to go score.
Little extended pressure now by Van Buren. Moore with the ball. Moore just smiling at Coach Leonard as she's waiting for a play call. 15 on the shot clock, down to 12, a lot of contact, down to 11, and a whistle and a foul finally, as it will send Parker Husky to the free throw line with 42 seconds to go.
The girls are having fun. They're smiling, high-fiving. They know how big a win this is to come over here and dominate on the road in the 5A West, a team that's going to go to the state tournament. You know, this Lady Bomber team, I think, is like 9-1 in their last 10. This will be 9-1 or 10-1 against 5A opponents. The only loss against the 5A team is to Searcy, who's 17-4, leading the East right now. And these Lady Bombers are feeling good with what they've got.
So this second one rattles around and finds its home at the bottom of the rim. So 2-2 at the line goes Parker Husky. Should be 55. They finally changed it in the arena. So the shot off the window is a foul. And with 35 seconds to go exactly, it's going to send Odin to the free throw line. Or actually, no, it's going to be Aspen Cone that they will send to the free throw line.
She's a good little player. I like Cone. She's a good little point guard. She scores when she's supposed to. She throws the ball. She's a junior, so we'll get to see her again next year. You know, her and Schmidt together for a couple years to come. This Van Buren team's going to be one to be reckoned with in years to come.
So the first free throw is missed. So she'll still shoot the second one. So the shot clock will be off for the remainder of this one in regulation unless something crazy happens. So it is now 55-39, our score here, as they give it to Husky. Husky could just dribble out the clock, of course, get it across the timeline first. As Husky's going to take it to the B in Van Buren, and Van Buren's not going to foul. So Mountain Home with 22 seconds left. They have come to Van Buren, and now they are going to move to 3-0 in the 5A West with potential weather coming, so this might be their last game for about a week.
Huge week coming up for these Lady Bombers. You got Russellville, number 4 in 5A in the state, and then you've got Greenwood, number 1 in 5A in the state. Next week, you travel to Russellville on Tuesday. Got Greenwood coming to Mountain Home on Friday. If we don't play Tuesday, we need everybody at the gym on Friday. That's going to be a huge game for these Lady Bombers.
So that's going to do it. From Claire Bates Arena, the girls' game has wrapped up. Lady Bombers are victorious, a 16-point victory. Final score, Mountain Home wins 55-39. We will have the post-game show and a check of stats, give out a post-game award here in just a couple of moments. Again, final score, Lady Bombers win 55-39. This is Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network. Now back here at Claire Bates Arena, they just did the game sponsor presentation here. Neat little thing that they do here. So it is time for the Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic postgame show. we are going to give away the Dewey and Sons Plumbing Player of the Game for all your plumbing needs. Call the plumber number 425-4868. Brad, who you got?
I think Jayla Yonkers. I think you could even go Jayla and Lakin, but both of those two carried the Lady Bombers tonight on the offensive side. Great defensive effort for the Lady Bombers to only give up 39 points in a 5A West conference game, and that's what these Lady Bombers are built on, their defense and rebounding. But I think those two, I think if Jayla would be the Dewey and Son plumbing player of the game.
So we're going to check some stats for you real quick. On the Van Buren side, Cam Schmidt finishes with 13 points, 9 for Aspen Cone. J.C. Odom had 6. Johnson finished with 3. Garrick finished with 2, and Brinley Henry had a layup late in the game to finish with 2 points. On the Mountain Home side, Jayla Yonkers with 21 points here in this one. 4 points for Parker Husky. Anna McCarn had 3. Lakin Moore had 18. 4 points for Witten Coleman. 1 for Livy Foster. 1 free throw by Livy Fostis. And Sarah Williams had 2 points. So that's all the scoring here. 2 points for Livy Fostis. Yeah, I had that marked wrong in my book, so nobody's perfect. So, again, the final score, Mountain Home wins 55-39. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, rebounding-wise, Mountain Home out-rebounded 28-19 over Van Buren. Turnovers pretty even, 8-10. Hey, 3-0 in the 5A West. That's what matters. Lady Bombers are hot. They're a top 5 team in the 5A, top 15 team in the state. And, hey, you know what? They're a fun group to watch. Things are just clicking on all cylinders for these Lady Bombers.
So Lady Bombers win 55-39. They move to 3-0 in the 5A West. That has been a wrap on the Dewey and Sons Player of the Game Presentation Award and the Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic post-game show. We're going to take a short little break. We also had the stats provided by Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic, as they're going to get going here in about 7 minutes, it looks like. So we're going to take a short little break and get things started for the boys here. Game coming up here in just a little bit. That has been Lady Bomber basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network. Again, final score, Mountain Home wins 55-39.
United Country Real Estate of Mountain Home is the largest seller of rural real estate in the United States. With United Country, you'll find trust and integrity, integral parts of their high standards. As a seller, you'll benefit from United Country's unique and proven marketing system. You owe it to yourself to call the #1 team in the nation today at 425-3820. United Country Real Estate, proud supporters of our Mountain Home Bombers.
White River Materials has earned a reputation for producing industry-leading, high-quality results. They have the experience and equipment to perform each project quickly, safely, and cost-efficiently. Privately owned and operated, White River Materials prides themselves in quality work with the customer's best interest in mind. If you need limestone or concrete products, or someone to do the job correctly the first time, give White River Materials a call today at 425-3431 or 425-4510.
When the time comes to consider home care for a loved one, let First Choice Home Care make it a simple and easy process for everyone. With trained PCAs and CNAs, we will treat your loved ones like our family. With 10 offices around the state of Arkansas and award-winning care, let us show you why First Choice Home Care is the best choice. Give us a call today, 870-222-0088, or visit us on the web at www.firstchoicehomecare.net. And as always, go Bombers.
ASC Warranty is proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers. ASC Warranty provides dealers with vehicle protection plans for any vehicle in their inventory. ASC Warranty's greatest assets are the people that make up the ASC team. The work ethic and dedication to consistently superior services provided by all of their employees are second to none. ASC Warranty is proud to say the Bombers have the same values. ASC Warranty is one of your biggest fans. They will be cheering you on every step of the way. Go Bombers!
Don't let an injury keep you down. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons Dr. Win Moore and Dr. Ed Roeder at Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic are ready.
Back here in Van Buren, we're about ready to get things going here in the boys contest. It will be, of course, the boys contest. Mountain Home comes into this one 14-4. It is the Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic pregame show here on Classic Hits 101.7. Mountain Home comes to this with a record of 14-4. Van Buren comes in 13-5. They're both 2-0 here in the 5A West. They are tied along with the Alma Airedales, who's kind of been the surprise of this conference here on the boys' side. But if you know, you know. We knew that Alma was going to be pretty decent. We didn't think that they would be undefeated with two big wins at Harrison and Russellville.
And Russellville, number one team in the state in 5A, went and took them down last night. And so, you know, that's one of those ones. We knew they would be good. We knew they were.
We didn't think that good.
No.
So.
We thought it was a 6-team kind of race, and they were one of the 6. But, man, they've kind of took the lead, early lead.
Yeah, we've had some funky games here in the 5A West lately. You know, Greenbrier just snuck by Siloam the other night, but then Greenbrier almost turns around and beats Russellville. And then Harrison, they were supposed to play Greenwood last night. That got moved to the open date. They had an official issue, but we're getting ready to get things going here in the boys contest. About 3 minutes away here. We're going to take a short little break and then do a little bit more of a preview for this one from Claire Bates Arena. This is Bomber Basketball now on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
Brad, what are you doing?
I'm resizing all my boxes.
Why?
New math. Everyone's doing it. The Big 10 equals 12, the Big 12 equals 18, and the Pac-12 now equals 4. And I have Traeger, Samsung, Sony, and Sonos systems that fit in all kinds of boxes, so I'm resizing.
People don't care about your boxes, just the stuff that's in them.
Yeah, well, 10 out of 8 people like our big boxes better. Folks, come see all of our different size boxes next to Walmart Mountain Home or at BigBoxBrad.com. Touchdown! 5 points.
The community of Mountain Home continues to be committed to the Bombers, just as Centennial is committed to their customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Bombers, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is here for all of life's moments. Let them be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Katie. It's basketball season, and Farmers and Merchants Bank is cheering on the Mountain Home Bombers. We applaud the extra effort athletes, coaches, and band members contribute to make our school activities such a fun part of our community. Like you, working as a team to help you reach our goals is Farmers and Merchants Bank's game plan for success. Farmers and Merchants Bank. Finally, a bank in your corner. Go Bombers!
Well, back here on the Bomber Sports Network and Classic Hits 101.7, we are here for the Baxter Health Bone and Joint pregame show here in this ball game. It should be a good one. Battle of two undefeated teams in the 5A West. They've both been battle tested, but any preliminary thoughts of this one, Brad Coleman?
No, you know, just gonna be a 5A West 5A West dogfight. So
with a literal dog, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we do have the presentation of the officials brought to you by the Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic. It is Jake Black, Corey Ashworth, and Luke Fox, the officials for tonight. We couldn't get their names earlier, but we promised that we would say them just so, you know, they had family perhaps watching or listening somewhere. We'll make sure they're happy. So that's going to do it for the Baxter Health Bone and Joint pregame show. Well, actually, we'll check some starters real quick before we send you off. Mountain Home with the same lineup they ran against Harrison. It'll be Blaine Tate, McGee Harris, Braxton Carson, Ryder McLean, and Braden Dewey manning things down low. On the Van Buren side, they only have 10 kids on their varsity roster, so half of them got a start. Jackson Gazelle, Trenton Cooley, who made Sports Center the other night with the 85-foot heave.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was a hook shot. It was awesome. Glavin McDonald, who lit us up last year. A.G. Denton and Drew Brosel, led by head coach Brad Autry, not to be confused with Gene Autry. As we're going to take a short little break, that was the check of the starters, and this has been the Baxter Health Bone and Joint pregame show, as we will have the opening tip-off here in just a minute. This is Bomber Basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network. Well, we're ready to get things going here at Claire Bates Arena. Again, they do the big light show. We're going to have the opening tip-off brought to you by Clear Results Glass. As Mountain Home in their road blue uniforms, as they're, holy cow, they're going pretty big for the boys game. I like it. This is a good environment.
Metallica Enter Sandman going on. The lights are flashing with the beat.
Yeah, they do it big here. This is good. So Mountain Home will be going from left to right here. They're in their road blue uniforms. Mountain Home controls the tip in their blue uniforms with white and yellow stripes along the side with gold numerals and lettering on the front. Van Buren in their home whites with green trim and green numerals and letters, and a whistle, and
this ball knocked out of bounds right here. This little rail is tough for us to see over the top, isn't it?
It's all good.
It's maybe me. I'm short. I can't really see. I got to stand up.
7:45 to go here in the first quarter. Mountain Home possesses the ball. They give it down to Dewey mid-post. He's got to dribble through two guys, turns around, puts up the 15-foot jumper, good, and the Bombers are on the board. 2-0 our score here as Van Buren now moving from right to left. As this hook shot is good off the front of the rim by Jackson Cazell, and we're tied up at 1. So early trading of buckets here as it's 2-2.
Yeah, I remember last year, wasn't it McDonald? That dude just went off on us. Glavin McDonald, he just kind of lit us up when we came here, didn't he?
Believe it or not, with a name like Glavin, he is in fact a baseball player. As the far side, it goes to Muggs Harris, who made it to the starting lineup last game. They skip it to Tate, going to go along the baseline, gives it to Dewey, about a 10-foot jumper. This one's good, so Brayton Dewey's got 4 points to start off here.
Yeah, Coach Fulcher going with a little change in lineup. Rhett Gilbert coming off the bench, providing some offense off the bench. McGee Harris brings a ton of energy. He's had a great last couple games, and he's done a really good job coming off the starting lineup for us, bringing that energy.
This shot is missed. Offensive rebound's going to float around on the rim by A.G. Denton as it falls in, and now we're tied at 4.
Yeah, Dewey went in there with his hands straight up to cause the first miss. We kind of lost track on the offensive side of the rebounds, and Van Buren able to come snatch it and put it back up.
Ryder McLean with the ball. Dewey thought about a three. He's at the top of the key, going to put it on the deck. He's going to look like he tried to throw it toward Tate, but it didn't go towards Tate. It almost looked like a shot halfway.
I think it got tipped.
Yeah.
I think he went to throw it, and it kind of came out of his hands and just tipped straight up.
About 2 minutes into this first quarter of action, back and forth contest so far, as Cazell's going to drive to the middle, gives it back to Brazel. Now back to A.G. Denton. Denton's going to drive, kicks it out, and it's going to go out of bounds. Mountain Home with the basketball.
Both teams kind of trading turnovers on those two possessions.
So Blaine Tate will walk it up here.
He's just a basketball player, isn't he?
Yeah, he does lie AAU in the summer. McLean with the ball. In fact, McLean and Blaine Tate playing the same AAU team.
Good
Dewey
pass.
gives it down to Braxton Carson. This was knocked out of his hands and turned over. Mountain Home coming the other way. Trenton Cooley with the basketball, the Sports Center sensation. He was allotted. He had an 85-foot hook shot from the other side of the court. This jumper is good by Jackson Cazell. So 7-4 now as Cazell has 5 points.
Got a tag by Coach Husky. He comes behind me and
he's firing up.
He just knows how big a win that was for the Lady Bombers.
So Blaine Tate had the ball. Now gives it to McLean. McLean working, going to go along the baseline. McLean's going to drive. This one's rejected by Cazell, and it comes up right to the hands of Brazel. Gives it back this way. Glavin McDonald thought about a three. He's going to put it on the deck, goes to his right, dumps it down the low block. Cazell gets the layup to go. Cazell's got 7 points here early on, and it's 9-4 in favor of Van Buren.
Hey, it's all right. The Lady Pointers started off on a 5-0 run on the Bombers, got up 5 early, or the Lady Bombers, and things went our way. Let's see if the Bombers can settle in, hit some shots.
McLean for the corner three. He's got it. That's the announcer's jinx right there.
Just like that. That's what you want to do.
Ryder McLean hits a three, and it's 9-7 now. As a little extended pressure by Mountain Home as Brazel give the ball up to Cazell. Now it's brought to this side to Cooley. Cooley gives it to the low block to Denton. Now it comes back to Brazel.
Mountain Home in their little matchup zone that they like to run so much.
15 on the shot clock here. Goes to the far side to McDonald. McDonald met by Tate, a three-pointer on the way. This one falls in after rattling around. Drew Brazel knocks this one down from downtown. 3 different pointers have scored, but Brazel's in the book for the first time with 3 points.
These rims here are very friendly.
Yeah.
They bounce around quite a bit. That ball hit hard off the rim and then
bounced straight up and fell in.
Yeah, it did.
As McLean turns it over. 2-on-2 go the Bombers. Cooley driving off the window. That one falls in. 14-7 now as we have a timeout on the floor. Josh Fulcher wants to talk about it real quick, cool things down. 14-7 our score here early on. We're going to take a 30-second break. This is Bomber Basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
If you are tired of buffering and sketchy service, you need to experience Next, powered by ITAEC's fiber optic internet. With service up to 1 gig, Next Internet is the definition of high speed. Plans start at just $49.95 a month. Subscribe to Next by calling 870-895-3221 or visiting mynextfiber.com. You may also subscribe by visiting North Arkansas Electric Cooperative's office.
At Claire Bates Arena, the Bombers trying to stop a run here. Van Buren off to a fast start here. 14-7 our score here. What do they got to do to cool this down?
Oh, man, right now Van Buren's just playing with a different energy than Mountain Home on the offensive side. We got Ooch that checked in during that timeout, also Drew Haney and Rhett Gilbert.
Yep.
So try to see who's hot. We just got to match the energy that Van Buren's with.
Haney driving to the rim off the window. Yeah. That one falls in. Drew Haney had an excellent game the other night against Harrison. He saved the day there against the Bombers.
Fantastic game. Had to cut his teeth early as a sophomore in a big game because Braden Dewey got in foul trouble, and he played really well.
Three-pointer on the way. Good. Holy cow. Glavin McDonald for 3. Remember, he let the Bombers up. He was somewhere in the mid-20s in points last game, and already 5 pointers have scored so far. It's 17-9 now. Mountain Home trying to respond. Dewey with the basketball. Bounce down to Haney mid-post as it's picked up by Gilbert. 20 on the shot clock. To the far side to Uchman to Tate in the corner. Tate gives it to Haney up top. Back to Rhett Gilbert. Dewey has it. Back to Uchman. Now skip to the far side to Gilbert. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Haney up top. He wants the 3. This one will rattle around, hit off the left side of the iron, and rebounded by Van Buren.
That's a shot Drew can hit. We'll take that for the Bombers. That's a good offensive series. A lot of good passing. Slowed the game down. Get this game back in the Bombers' favor pace-wise.
Cooley had the basketball, gave it up to Cazell. Cazell skips it down to Uchman. Uchman running one-on-one at the rim with Cooley with him. Goes to the spin move. He's going to go off the window. That one goes in, so instant offense for the Bombers as Levi Uchman comes into the game and hits a layup.
And I'm going to switch to man right here. They've seen that zone, and we're going to switch to man, see if that can kind of cool down Van Buren a little bit.
And a whistle and a kickball. It's going to go along the sideline to Van Buren.
This is one of those games the Bombers would love to win. It's a huge win for the boys. It's not a catastrophic loss if you lose this game, being on the road in the 5A West, but it's one that if you win, it's a huge win.
You're building equity is
That's
what
exactly
I talked
right.
with Fulcher a lot about. Driving along the baseline. Shot is good off the window. As that is Glavin McDonald once again. He's got 5 points.
He loves the blue and gold. When he sees it, he has a night.
It's like a bull seeing a red flag. It's Blaine Tate goes to the crossover dribble, gives it down. Good pass to Haney mid-post. This one rattles around and won't go. Rebounded by Van Buren.
He's off just on the left. Every shot's just falling off the left a little for him.
Van Buren driving. They're going to have a pull-up jumper. This one rattles around. Tell you what, they can't miss right now. Drew Brazel has another 2 points. He's got 5. Or, again, 5 different pointers have scored so far.
I tell you, we have 0 rebounds. So I mean, that means they haven't missed a shot, you know? Just weather this storm early.
So Uchman with the ball now. Bombers down 10 early. Haney's going to put up the left elbow jumper. Rattle around, won't go. Dewey couldn't get it. Haney couldn't get it. A whistle, and he stepped on the baseline.
Good job by Drew Haney. They're going to leave Drew open.
Yeah.
Drew's going to have to hit that shot. He's falling off to his left just a little bit. That's why that ball's falling off to the left. I think if he will land with those feet in front of him, that ball will start going down. It's just hanging on the rim, but they're daring him to shoot it. And, hey, he's going to take it, and I like it.
Blaine Tate will throw in here. He's looking, gets it to Haney, who's the pressure release. Dewey wants the deep 3 from the top of the key. Rattle around, won't go. Uchman had the rebound, but it came down to the hands of Cazell, and a whistle, and a foul is called. It's going to go back on the baseline. It's going to go on Drew Haney, so that's his first foul. It's the first foul of the game.
It's good hustle there.
Yeah, it's a hustle foul. I think Fulcher will be okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
About a minute to go here in this first quarter of action. Tell you what, Van Buren hadn't missed a shot yet. Van Buren with the basketball. They're going to come to this side to Brazel. Now back, handed off to McDonald. Coming this way, Brazel driving towards the middle, puts up the floater. They still haven't missed. It's 23-11 now as he's got 7 points. 43 seconds to go. Blaine Tate with the ball.
Let's get a score and a stop. Get a score and a stop. Finish this quarter on that. And then we got to get a stop to start the second quarter because Van Buren gets the ball coming out of the break.
Uchman going to drive, pull up, right elbow jumper. That one off the back of the iron, rebounded by Cazell. 27 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Van Buren's going to hold for the final shot. You know, I'd almost not take a shot here. Take that 100% shooting percentage to the second quarter.
I guarantee they're not doing that.
No.
They're going to run with about 8 to 9 seconds left on this clock. They're going to get something going towards the rim.
Brazel has the ball. He gets the screen. Comes back up top. McDonald thought about a 3 against Haney. He's going to put up a 3. He hoisted at the rim. They missed a shot finally. Tate's going to put it up, launched it at the horn, and he missed it off the front of the rim. But they got Van Buren to miss a shot.
Yeah, that's right.
So hopefully that turns things around. We will head to the second quarter. Van Buren with the lead, 23-11. We're going to take a short little break and bring in the second quarter of action here on the Bomber Sports Network and Classic Hits 101.7.
Since 1965, Harold Tucker Auto Parts has been serving the Twin Lakes area. Thank you, Twin Lakes area. See Harold Tucker Auto Parts for parts both foreign and domestic. From parts for automobiles to parts for mowers. They have custom-built hydraulic hoses and welding supplies too. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto specialist. Family-owned and 3 generations strong. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, proud to sponsor the Mountain Home Bombers. 810 South Street, Mountain Home, 425-5040.
At Knox Orthopedics, they know the pain from an injury demands immediate attention. At Knox, they can fix that. Their 4 highly qualified physicians, Drs. Knox, Rawls, McConnell, and Franklin, make it their priority to see you as soon as possible. You'll benefit from the best in orthopedic medicine with doctors who really care about getting you back to a life that's pain-free. See them at No. 3 Medical Plaza Mountain Home or during clinic hours at Harrison, Salem.
Back here at Claire Bates Arena, trying to cool off the pointers. They didn't miss a shot in that, well, except for the final shot there, Brad Coleman. As this shot down low, it's knocked away. Went off 3 Bombers' hands, right back to the hands of Cazell. As now they will reset with 18 on the shot clock. They give it back off to Cazell. Cazell comes this side to Brazel. Brazel puts up the jumper. That's good. Holy mackerel. Drew Brazel has 9 points so far. Van Buren has missed 1 shot.
Yeah, and it was at the late at the end of the
Trying
quarter,
to
trying to draw a foul.
Muggs has it. Braxton Carson going to drive to the middle, goes to the spin move, goes inside the post off the window. Good. Braxton Carson into the book for the first time, and the lead's cut down to 12. Mountain Home going to have to dig out of a hole here early on.
You can see the game plans. Take Dewey out of this game if you're Van Buren and make everybody else beat you.
Yeah.
Who's everybody else going to be? That's what the Bombers got to figure out. Braxton Carson with a great job right there, taking that ball to the hole and scoring.
Cazell with the ball, back up top, Glavin Gadal for 3, got it. My goodness.
Jeez.
Van Buren decided not to miss today as they have 8 points now, as it is 28-13. My goodness, Glavin McDonald with 8 points. Mountain Home with the ball, Rhett Gilbert left wing 3, this one is missed, and it's tipped away and picked up by Van Buren. Glavin McDonald with the ball. Now they give it to the far side to Brazel. Brazel going to drive along the baseline. Off a little circus shot picked up by Dewey. Gilbert with the basketball as Brad Coleman rejoins us here. Had to talk to Coach Leonard real quick.
He came by. He was not happy with the officiating either. He said, we'll shoot 1,000 free throws at Mountain Home.
Gilbert jumper good. So Rhett Gilbert into the game now. Gets his first points of the ball game. And tell you what, Rhett Gilbert had 17 points the other night. As this three on the way, my goodness, another three by Jackson Cazell. That's his second three, and a whistle and a timeout by Josh Fulcher. We will take it here, 31-15, as Van Buren has decided not to miss this evening. We will take a short little break and bring you the rest of this first half of action. This is Bomber Basketball and Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
White River Materials has earned a reputation for producing industry-leading, high-quality results. They have the experience and equipment to perform each project quickly, safely, and cost-efficiently. Privately owned and operated, White River Materials prides themselves in quality work with the customer's best interest in mind. If you need limestone or concrete products, or someone to do the job correctly the first time, give White River Materials a call today at 425-3431 or 425-4510.
Back here at Claire Bates Arena in Van Buren, Brad Coleman, we got to stop this run.
You just got to weather the storm. I mean, they're not going to shoot 90% or whatever they are.
No.
I mean, I'm not lying. I think they've missed 3 shots we were talking about, and they're not going to shoot that the whole game. They're going to get cold. There's a law of averages that average out. Just weather the storm, keep doing what you do, keep running your plays, keep scoring, and then things will level out, and hopefully you can get on a run yourself.
Gilbert to the right side as Inskeep comes into the game. This shot is missed short. Gilbert comes up with the rebound as he's going to step through, take the 15-footer. That one's good. Tell you, the whole Gilbert family could shoot that jumper.
Great
as
shot.
It's 31-17 now. Gilbert with 4 points.
Even better job getting Van Buren into a we got a missed shot by Van Buren and a foul. Good, yeah.
And a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Van Buren. That's going to go on Trenton Cooley. That's his first foul. That's the first foul. No, it's the second foul of the game. Haney had one in the first quarter, but that's the first foul called on Van Buren at the 5:23 mark of this first half.
That was down there on that last shot by Rhett. Good job pump faking, getting the Van Buren guy to go past him, then stepping into the wide open shot.
So Coben Inskeep with the ball fresh into the game. 3-pointer by Muggs on the way. He still is hot.
What's he shooting from the year? I got those stats, but he is amazing from 3-point.
He's one of the better shooters I've seen in the history of the school.
He takes really good shots. That's why he's such a good shooter. He doesn't get in a bad position to take bad shots.
As on the other end, Glavin McDonald shoots a layup as they had a matchup issue down low, but McDonald, he's got 10 points. And Van Buren's got 33 points. It's 33-20 right now.
Now, there's not a 13-point play if you're Mountain Home. Just whittle this thing down, get it to single digits. Don't give up easy shots.
This is turned over. Cazell with the ball, floats it off the rim. This one is missed. Rebounded by Inskeep, the smallest guy on the floor. McGee Harris with the ball. He's going to give it to the near side to Gilbert. Gilbert going to drive along the baseline, goes behind the back. He'll bring it back up top, 25 on the shot clock. Inskeep with the ball, now to Braxton Carson. 33-20 our score. Gilbert going to pull up from the free throw line. Hard shot got tipped. Gilbert's wanting a foul. He got hit on the hand. And now Van Buren comes up with the rebound halfway through this second quarter of action.
McGee here shooting 50% from the three-point field.
It's not like he takes 1 or 2 a game. He takes 6 or 7 when he takes them. So that's really good. Driving along the baseline off the window. That won't go. Offensive rebound is missed. Another offensive rebound and a whistle and a foul.
Looks like they got Drew Haney there. 2 offensive rebounds back-to-back by Van Buren. They've missed a couple little chippy shots, but Mountain Home's got to clean up those boards.
So A.G. Denton's going to go to the free throw line, shoot a pair. They're going to give Drew Haney that foul. The only fouls committed by Mountain Home in this game are by Drew Haney. He's got both of them. This first free throw, this one's good.
As we get the Mario.
Yeah, giving away coins in here. 34-20 our score. As Denton, he's got 3 points so far. He's trying to make it 4, and he does. So it's a 15-point game now. At Van Buren, they're still probably shooting north of 80% from the field so far.
Also in for Van Buren's number 35, Weston Wilcox. He's a good-looking sophomore for them. Great baseball player.
Yep.
And one we're going to have to keep an eye on.
Gilbert for three. He got hammered. He still hits it, and it's 35-23. Red Gilbert, instant offense.
Yep.
He's got 7 points all in this second quarter as Dewey's back in. As this one's knocked away, comes right down to the hands of Denton. Denton off the window. This one's missed, and McGee Harris going to come up with it.
Chip away, Decon, chip away. It's what the Bombers have to do. Don't try to get it all back at once. Keep hitting shots.
McLean for three. This one is missed and rebounded by Brazel. Brazel's going to walk it up, try to slow things down. Amazing. The Bombers are playing good offensively. It's just Van Buren hasn't decided to miss yet.
Yeah, they're like I said, we're not in a bad spot right here. It's not bad. Just keep chip away at this thing. Get it down to single digits. Let's go make some adjustments at halftime and then see what happens in the third and fourth quarter.
So this is to McDonald. McDonald tried to throw it to Brazel. It's going to go out of bounds, and the Bombers will take it back. I mean, I would say we're shooting over 50% from the field at least.
We're shooting okay. We're shooting okay.
It's just they're shooting amazing.
Yeah.
So they're starting to cool off or turn it over. Mountain Home with the ball. Blaine Tate, 2:40 to go as he's back in the game. They give it to the corner, Gilbert. Gilbert going to drive along the baseline. Ran into Ryder McLean. They're going to call a walk. It was.
Yeah. Ryder was trying to get out of the way, and he thought he was going to get out of the way and move out and let Rhett travel baseline. Rhett decided to go behind the back and go back towards the middle of the floor. Unfortunately, they just happened to run into each other.
So it's a 12-point game now. Van Buren with the basketball. Both these teams atop the 5A West with the surprise Alma Airedales, who've been playing outstanding lately. As this three on the way by McDonald. This one is missed, tipped away, and it's going to go out of bounds and go to the Bombers. Ryder McLean will throw in here. 2:18 to go. Bombers trying to cut this to a 10-point or even a 9-point game. Blaine Tate between the circles now. Going to go to his right. Hands it off to Gilbert. Gilbert now between the circles. Back to his right to Muggs Harris. Going to give it down to Dewey on the right block. Dewey's going to go to work. Out of contact. Muggs comes up with it. Back to Dewey. 12 on the shot clock. Ryder McLean's going to drive. Goes to the spin move. Tate thought about a three. Makes a man miss. Puts up the three on the way. This one round around and a whistle and a displacement foul against Braden Dewey. Don't know what he did, but I guess it was a foul. That's only his first foul, though, so.
Coach Fulcher's pointing out this official. He's like, I want to talk to this official right now. Here he comes right in front of him.
I mean, I didn't see a lot of contact there, but plays over. We move on.
Walk.
As Cazell throws it at the rim. This one is missed. Cazell comes up with the offensive rebound. Missed that one. Another offensive rebound, and it's a foul by Mountain Home. That's going to send Weston Wilcox, the 6-foot sophomore, to the free throw line.
I mean, Mountain Home's Van Buren is cooling off. They're starting to miss shots. They're missing multiple shots. The unfortunate thing for the Bombers is they're just more active than us on the offensive glass right now, and they're getting the rebounds, and that's giving them more opportunities.
I just look at their roster. They have, 6'2", 5'9", 5'9", 6'3", 6'2", 6 foot, and then 3 more 6-footers and a 5'11". As both free throws are missed, rebounded by Tate. It's not like they're just gigantic.
No, they're just athletic, and they're just beating Mountain Home to the ball.
Tate with the ball as they throw it over to the rim to Haney. He skips it back out. It was almost a turnover. Tate corrals it. 20 on the shot clock. Tate's going to drive to the middle. Tate had an outstanding game the other night. Dewey weaves through traffic, and Braden Dewey gets it to go, and the lead's cut down to 10.
That's what we need.
Braden Dewey's first point of the second quarter. He's got 6.
That's what we need. If you're Mountain Home, like I said, get this thing to single digits going into half.
This is turned over. Rhett Gilbert comes up with it. Bombers have numbers. Gilbert fighting through traffic, gives it to McGee Harris, left corner three, a whistle and a foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot 3.
So what's so big about this, Dylan, is you can, as a coach, if you can get this thing down to single digits and get into the halftime, you can go in there and say, guys, they're not going to shoot like that again, right?
Yeah.
You guys have done an excellent job weathering the storm. We've played our game. Let's go out the first couple minutes of the second half and let's kind of smack them in the face early, and let's see what happens and see if they fold. And then you take the lead late, and they feel like they've just given one away.
So McGee Harris, first of 3 is good. Lead is cut down to 9. Make it cut down to 8. He'll have one more. He's 2 of 2 at the line. First free throws of the game for Mountain Home. It's going to be 3 free throws compared to 4 for Van Buren, so that's pretty even in that department. McGee Harris, the 3rd of 3 free throws on the way. He goes 3 of 3, so basically he hit another 3.
That's right. Even when he misses one, he gets fouled and then he hits one, right?
So 35-28, unbelievably so, as how Van Buren shot almost 100% in the first quarter. 45 seconds left, 20 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. 20 on the shot clock. Gives to Cazell. Cazell back to Cooley. Cooley against Haney. A little bit of a mismatch here as they're trying to post up McDonald with Gilbert on him. The little 10-foot jumper's good, as that was by A.G. Denton, and it's 37-28.
Take the last shot. We're going to hope for the last shot of this quarter here. If we can hit it, even if we don't, we may be on single digits going into this half.
Haney with the travel. He was a little too wide open there.
Well, he turned and tried to spin move into the middle of the floor. The ball kind of got knocked away from him, and it got in his hands, and he kind of shifted his pivot foot a little bit, and they called it on him.
So barring a late jump ball, Mountain Home will start the second half with possession as they give it to McDonald. McDonald going to drive, and
Offensive
a whistle
foul.
And a blocking foul.
No way!
Wow.
That is absolutely terrible.
Wow, they gave that to Drew Haney. That's his third foul, as it's going to send Glavin McDonald to the free throw line with about 9/10 of a second remaining.
That is so bad.
So the first free throw from McDonald is good. Looked like Haney was there, as Braxton Carson will come back in to replace Haney, who's got 3 fouls.
What's bad is the near official was going to call the offensive foul.
As this one is missed, so the ball don't lie, but the Bombers will head into halftime with a 10-point deficit. So Van Buren scores 15 points in that quarter. They probably shot over 75% from the field, and now they only lead by 10. So we're going to take a short halftime break, and we'll talk to Coach Dell Leonard, the victorious girls coach of the night. Bombers trailing 38-28 in this first half of action. This is Bomber Basketball and Classic Hits 101.7.
Hi, this is Katie. It's basketball season, and Farmers and Merchants Bank is cheering on the Mountain Home Bombers. We applaud the extra effort athletes, coaches, and band members contribute to make our school activities such a fun part of our community. Like you, working as a team to help you reach our goals is Farmers and Merchants Bank's game plan for success. Farmers and Merchants Bank. Finally, a bank in your corner. Go Bombers. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Since 1965, Harold Tucker Auto Parts has been serving the Twin Lakes area. Thank you, Twin Lakes area. See Harold Tucker Auto Parts for parts both foreign and domestic. From parts for automobiles to parts for mowers. They have custom-built hydraulic hoses and welding supplies too. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto specialist. Family-owned and 3 generations strong. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, proud to sponsor the Mountain Home Bombers. 810 South Street, Mountain Home, 425-5040.
At Knox Orthopedics, they know the pain from an injury demands immediate attention. At Knox, they can fix that. Their 4 highly qualified physicians, Drs. Knox, Rawls, McConnell, and Franklin, make it their priority to see you as soon as possible. You'll benefit from the best in orthopedic medicine with doctors who really care about getting you back to a life that's pain-free. See them at No. 3 Medical Plaza Mountain Home or during clinic hours at Harrison, Salem, and West Plains. Check them out at knoxorthopedics.com.
Use your smile to change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. North Arkansas Dental Group, formerly known as Coleman Family Dentistry, is a proud supporter of Mountain Home Bombers. A family-friendly dental office providing a state-of-the-art clinic, North Arkansas Dental Group is dedicated to you, your health, and especially your smile. Visit us at our new location at 2338 Highway 62 West or call 870-424-4670. Go Bombers.
If you are tired of buffering and sketchy service, you need to experience Next, powered by NAEC's fiber optic internet. With service up to 1 gig, Next Internet is the definition of high speed. Plans start at just $49.95 a month. Subscribe to Next by calling 870-895-3221 or visiting mynextfiber.com. You may also subscribe by visiting North Arkansas Electric Cooperative's office.
So proud of our kids. Of course, when we weren't getting anything to fall there in the first quarter, first half, Jayla stepped up, hit some big shots, got hot, and then we just kind of got the lead and controlled the game after that. It's a very physical game.
Yeah.
Our kids, Coach Husky and I were just down there talking about how physical it was and maybe some things that we thought should have been called fouls. Our kids didn't let it frustrate them. They just stayed calm and focused and just did their job. And I know I'm proud of them, real proud of them.
So, we were supposed to play this game yesterday. We ended up playing it today. We had a few delays across the conference. Harrison and Greenwood didn't play today. They're going to move their game to the bye day. But how do you keep your team prepared when, you're kind of in that window at like 10 a.m. yesterday saying, are we going to play? Are we not going to play? And then it gets moved to today. How much do you have to change what you're doing?
Well, we just stayed focused on, we talked about you can't control the weather. You can't control what other people do and say. And you just stay focused on the next day. And I almost felt like I talked about before this game about this is a big game, this is a big game, and then I got to thinking, you know what, it's just a game. And if we win, we win. And if we lose, we lose. But then we get ready for the next one. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you talk to Jayla Yonkers here, all right? She had a great day, and she just walked up here. So I don't need to be talking to you. You need to be talking to her.
It's Coach Dell Leonard. We're going to talk to Jayla Yonkers. Jayla, you had 20 points. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask you as a player, you thought you were playing yesterday, and then it gets moved to today. As a player, how much do you have to stay ready? Because, you go through walkthrough yesterday, you head back to class, and you're in, okay, we're going to go on the road and play. How much do you have to just stay ready?
You just got to keep preparing and not forget about it. I think the biggest thing was just not forgetting about what we have to do today, staying focused, and, there's a lot to do.
So when you're hitting shots like that, you had 4 threes in the first half, and then you finished with 20. When that, does the goal just seem like it's 10 sizes bigger when you're in a zone like that?
When you get hot, you stay hot. So I don't know.
You don't even know it's that good. But so you're a sophomore. You came up late as a freshman last year. You helped out a little bit. You didn't play just a whole lot, but you played, some varsity minutes last year. How's the transition been? Being essentially your first full off season into your first full season up at the high school level?
Oh, it's been great. We have a really good team, really good coaches. It's been really fun. Definitely the best year of basketball that I've played, and it's really fun. I really like it.
So we were talking earlier while you guys were playing about AAU. So AAU plays in the summer. Those of you that don't know, there's different teams. Tell us a little bit about what you do in the summertime with AAU.
So this year, it's the first year I really traveled a lot for AAU.
Boy, you did travel. Where's some places you went?
We went to Florida a couple times, Kentucky, Missouri, just a couple of different states. And I think it really got me prepared for this year, and I'm really glad I did it. It was great.
So you transition from that and then into school ball. It's like almost 2 different little worlds there, going from AAU ball to this.
Yeah, I think the competition this year in AAU got me prepared for games like this and games like the other conference games we'll have this year.
So you look ahead at the schedule. You got the 2 best teams coming up in the state. When you have a big opponent coming up, like you had Harrison the other night, you played Farmington at Christmas time. You got all these big opponents. Is it just another game, or are you kind of amped up?
Oh no, I'm really amped up. I think it's these are the most important games, and I'm glad we had today to get prepared for Russellville and Greenwood. So, yeah.
That's good.
Really
Jayla, if this basketball stuff doesn't work out, you could make it in radio or television.
Oh, no. There's no way.
Jayla, I really appreciate the time, even though you're kind of thrown to the fire here. But, Jayla, appreciate you. Good luck. If we play Tuesday, good luck Tuesday. If not, good luck Friday.
Okay, thank you.
So that's Jayla Yonkers, and this is the Central Heating and Cooling halftime show. As you can take your headset off, don't worry. McGee Harris has 6 points at halftime. Braxton Carson with 2. Ryder McLean has a 3. Braden Dewey with 6. 8 points for Rhett Gilbert, 2 for Uchman, and 2 for Haney. On the other side, it's only 5 guys scoring, but it's been basically the starting 5 that was out there. Weston Wilcox missed 2 free throws. He doesn't have any points. Drew Brazel, he has 9 points. 6 points for A.G. Denton. Glavin McDonald has 11 points. 2 for Trenton Cooley. And then 10 points for Jackson Cazell. So the Bombers find themselves trailing 38-28. So that's been the Central Heating and Cooling halftime show. About 2.5 minutes left here in halftime. We will bring you the second half of action here on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network.
Since 1965, Harold Tucker Auto Parts has been serving the Twin Lakes area. Thank you, Twin Lakes area. See Harold Tucker Auto Parts for parts both foreign and domestic. From parts for automobiles to parts for mowers. They have custom-built hydraulic hoses and welding supplies too. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto specialist. Family-owned and 3 generations strong. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, proud to sponsor the Mountain Home Bombers. 810 South Street, Mountain Home, 425-5040.
At Knox Orthopedics, they know the pain from an injury demands immediate attention. At Knox, they can fix that. Their 4 highly qualified physicians, Drs. Knox, Rawls, McConnell, and Franklin, make it their priority to see you as soon as possible. You'll benefit from the best in orthopedic medicine with doctors who really care about getting you back to a life that's pain-free. See them at No. 3 Medical Plaza Mountain Home or during clinic hours at Harrison, Salem, and West Plains. Check them out at knoxorthopedics.com.
Use your smile to change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. North Arkansas Dental Group, formerly known as Coleman Family Dentistry, is a proud supporter of Mountain Home Bombers. A family-friendly dental office providing a state-of-the-art clinic, North Arkansas Dental Group is dedicated to you, your health, and especially your smile. Visit us at our new location at 2338 Highway 62 West or call 870-424-4670. Go Bombers.
If you are tired of buffering and sketchy service, you need to experience Next, powered by NAEC's fiber optic internet. With service up to 1 gig, Next Internet is the definition of high speed. Plans start at just $49.95 a month. Subscribe to Next by calling 870-895-3221 or visiting MyNext.
Back here at Claire Bates Arena, they cut halftime way short. They cut about 2 minutes out of it. We apologize. We brought the video back just in time for Trenton Cooley to knock down a 3, and the lead is back to a 13-point lead.
Mountain Home started the half with the ball, went down and turned the ball over on one end, got a missed shot on the other, and ended up getting a foul on the rebound, and now Blaine Tate gets a player control foul.
So that's Blaine's first foul. Mountain Home's second foul of the half, as the first one went to Ryder McLean. So yeah, we had some catching up to do. There were 2.5 minutes left at halftime, and then we look up about a minute later, they're throwing the ball in. So as this 3 is on the way, good by Trenton Cooley. Well, he's within range. He showed he could hit one from about 85 feet, but now these are just child's play compared to that, as it's 44-28, and the hot shooting continues for Van Buren. Tate with the ball over to McGee Harris. Gives it to Braden Dewey. McGee's going to step back, take a 3. Missed that one. McLean's got his hands on it. Gives it to Tate on the low block. Tate's going to look, gives it down to Dewey in the opposite block. Dewey's going to go to work through 2 people and a whistle and a foul. It's going to send Braden Dewey the line and give Jackson Cazell a foul.
And not the ideal start in this first minute 40 if you're Mountain Home. You turn the ball over twice, one with an offensive foul and one with a turnover. Leads to 2 threes being made by Van Buren and let them come out hot.
So Dewey's first one, this one is missed off the heel of the iron. He'll still have another free throw. Dewey takes a couple dribbles. The second one by Dewey is good. So kind of quiets the run just a little bit. It's 44-29. Van Buren with the basketball coming on the other end. They give it back up top to, they now swing it to Cazell. As it's dumped down, this shot is missed and rebounded by Braden Dewey. Blaine Tate with the basketball now, pushing ahead with tempo. They give it back to Braxton Carson for three. He knocks down the triple. He's got 5 points, and the lead is back down to 12.
Set up nicely by Blaine Tate. He got both feet in the paint, hit Braxton stepping into a rhythm three. Those are high percentage shots for Mountain Home.
So weaving through traffic, this one's missed. Tate gets a hand on it. Ryder McLean picks up the rebound, pushing the opposite way. Mountain Home now traveling from right to left is Dewey. He'll put up the deep three. This one's missed off the right side and rebounded by Van Buren.
For Mountain Home, it's going to start on this end of the floor. You got to have several stops in a row.
And a lot of contact on that screen there, but they let it go and turn it over immediately. Mountain Home with the basketball. McLean going to drive through a double team, and he's fouled. Got hammered on the arm. I believe that's going to go on number 24, Drew Brazel. It will. That's Drew Brazel's first. It's only the third foul called on Van Buren in this game.
Shockingly with these set of officials.
Blaine Tate will throw in on the right side of the basketball stanchion on the Bombers side of the court. Tate will get it into Gilbert. Gilbert into the game now. Back to McGee Harris to Braxton Carson. He wants another three. This one's missed off the heel of the iron and controlled by Van Buren. 5:06 to go in the third quarter. Van Buren leading this quarter by 2. Come back this way to Cooley, who's been the hot hand here in the third quarter. He was very quiet compared to the rest of his compatriots in the starting lineup. Now he's the hot hand in the third as he's going to throw it off the window. Good. And Trenton Cooley's got 8 points all in this quarter. Excuse me, he's got 10 points for the game, but 8 points in this quarter. As Tate's jumper is missed and rebounded by Glavin McDonald. McDonald's going to bring it across the timeline, goes to the far side, now crosses back this way, met by Braxton Carson. They're going to go to the far side to Denton. Denton's going to work against Dewey. He's not really a shooting threat. Dewey's just hanging out in the paint against him. Cazell with it now. They skip it to the far side, McDonald. McDonald with the ball, back to Cazell. Cazell's going to bounce it down to McDonald on the roll. Whistle and a foul, counted and one. Glavin McDonald gets the and one to go. And it's 48 to 32, excuse me, as Ryder McLean will come back in. Glavin McDonald will shoot a free throw. Try to complete this three-point play with 4:13 to go in the third quarter. Drew Haney will come in, replacing Braxton Carson, and
Weston Wilcox
will come in for the Pointers. So McDonald will shoot a free throw here, try to complete the three-point play. This one is good. And it's a 17-point lead just like that. Van Buren outscoring the Bombers by 7 points here in this third quarter. We're halfway through it right now. Tate going to drive along the middle. Kicks it back out to Dewey. Dewey almost wasn't ready for it. Goes to the spin move, puts it off the window, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot a pair of free throws.
Yeah, good pass back from Blaine Tate to Dewey. Like you said, Dewey wasn't ready for it, but he's able to get his hands on it and drive hard to the lane. A.G. Denton called for the foul. It's going to send Brayton Dewey to the free throw line. Was the 5A West leading scorer and rebounder last season. First free throw is good. That one rattles home. He is 2 of 3 from the line so far. So in other sports news, how about the Chiefs games only being on Peacock? You got to subscribe to Peacock in order to watch the Chiefs.
It's a brilliant move because they get all the Swifties to pay that
Yeah,
$5.99.
that's right.
And they took away the free trial as this free throw was good. Dewey's 3 of 4 at the line, and the Bombers cut the lead to 14. That's a brilliant move on their part, honestly. But, if we could ever stream our games on Peacock, I'd probably be a little happy too. But McDonald with the ball. They skip it to the far side to Weston Wilcox. Cooley has it now between the circles, guarded by Tate. Tate comes up with the steal. Tate all alone running towards the rim, and the bucket's good. Thought they were going to call goaltending or a foul there, just the way the official started to motion.
Well, I think if the ball didn't go through the rim, he was going to call goaltending because Cooley's hand went up through the rim. Another steal right here by Blaine Tate.
Away. Blaine Tate comes up with it. Blaine Tate behind the back pass to Gilbert. Makes a man miss. He's going to drive to the free throw line, gives it to Tate in the corner along the baseline. He's going to kick it out to Ryder McLean, who's going to go along the baseline, gives it back to Dewey, and a whistle and a foul. A lot going on there.
Yeah, there was. I tell you, this is where Blaine Tate's at his best, when he's just playing ball.
Yeah.
Right? He's just freely just out there playing ball, and man, he gives some quick offense and some quick spark to the Bombers here.
Well, they've tightened it up now. It is 4 fouls to 3 in this quarter. That is more fouls in that span of 2 minutes that were called in the entire first half. As this is tipped out of bounds, it'll go on the other side of the basketball stanchion. Will still be Bomber ball with 34 on the shot clock. Tate will throw in. It is Tate, Haney, McLean, Dewey, and Rhett Gilbert as this one's almost turned over. McLean comes up with it, top of the key three. This one's missed off the heel of the iron. Haney taps it away. It's going to go out of bounds and go to Van Buren.
Good active hands by Drew, trying to keep the ball going for Mountain Home on that offensive rebound.
As coming in now, Drew Brazel will come in for Trenton Cooley. Cooley gave him good minutes there in that third quarter. Van Buren with the ball. Little energy for Mountain Home now after 2 straight steals. They will hand it off to Cobley. Oh my goodness, to Wilcox. A little contact. They skip it back this way to McDonald. Glavin McDonald going to go the spin move against Tate. Tate with another steal. That's his third in about a minute and a half. Tried to bounce it to Gilbert, but it's lost. A lot of contact away from the ball as a whistle counted and one.
That's
So they give it to Drew Haney. That's going to be his 4th foul. Drew Brazel will go to the line to shoot a free throw. Josh is not pleased.
Nor should he be. Blaine Tate just gets absolutely hammered right in front of Coach Fulcher. And then on the other end, get a little tic-tac foul and lets the and one happen.
So Uchman will come in replacing Haney, who leaves the game with 4 fouls. 2:41 to go, 15-point game. Brazel could make it a 16-point game, and he doesn't. Rebounded by Uchman. 2:40 to go in this third quarter here on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network. Tate across the timeline, calling for a screen from Braden Dewey. He's going to reject the screen, goes high floater off the rim. This one is good, and it's back down to 13. Blaine Tate, he's having a good quarter. He's got 3 steals and 4 points. Back this way as Brazel comes to McDonald. Mountain Home in a zone. They get it to the middle. They give it to Cazell. The jumper's good from the free throw line. That's all day right there. That's a good-looking shot.
We got to finish this last 2 minutes of this quarter on a flurry. We've got to get this down to single digits going into the fourth quarter.
And they can do it as this one's tipped away by Wilcox as he stepped out of bounds. Good play by Wilcox, but it will go along the baseline. It should be a shot clock reset, but I mean, I'm not too concerned about it.
They did, yep.
It did, so. So McGee Harris will come into the game, replacing Ryder McLean. Trenton Cooley will come in to replace Jackson Cazell. McGee Harris will throw in. It's Uchman, Harris, Dewey, Blaine Tate, and Rhett Gilbert, the 5 on the floor for Mountain Home, as they try to claw back into this one. Tate with the basketball, fresh 35, across the timeline, bouncing to his right, gives it to Dewey at the high post. Dewey looking, gives it back to Uchman. Uchman thought about a jumper from the right elbow, misses, or doesn't take it, gives it down to Uchman. Uchman, a whistle, counted and one.
At least this guy's consistent on his bad fouls given and ones. He did and gave us one back right there.
So it's going to send Levi Uchman to the free throw line. As
Coach Autry took a charge.
Brad Autry sitting down.
Well, he was sitting there. He's like, here's how you take a charge.
And a whistle.
Give him a technical.
And a bench warrant. Oh, my God, he's sitting on the floor.
So he stood there, and he was like, let him hit you and then fall back.
Yeah.
He was showing his player how to take a charge.
Brad Autry sat on the floor, and he was given a bench warning, but I guarantee the next word Josh Fulcher says he'll get teed up. I guarantee it. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's showing up the official. If these officials don't have the guts to tee this idiot up.
I don't know that he was getting on the officials. I think he was actually telling his player to take a charge.
Yeah.
Like after watching, I don't think he was saying anything to the officials. I think he was trying to tell his player, this is how you take a charge, quit jumping into the player.
By the way, I didn't mean to call Brad Autry an idiot. I meant the official is for allowing that to happen.
Now we get a warning on Josh Fulcher right here.
I think Josh just got a warning too. And a technical's been given to Josh, and I don't blame him. So they tee Josh up for talking, but when Brad Autry sits on the floor, nothing happens.
This is ridiculous. Their coach this is crazy.
I mean, this is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. We did not come 3.5 hours to watch Jake Black, Corey Ashwork, and Luke Fox officiate this game. So it is 53-40 here as it's going to send Glavin McDonald to the line for a pair of technical free throws. So McDonald has 14 points. This second one is missed. I mean, that's unbelievable. As now they're going to shoot the free throws on the shooting foul. Lavin McDonald, the first one is good. Oh, it was an and one, correct. So it is 55 now. 55-40, minute 33 to go. This is an interesting game so far. 90 seconds left in this third quarter. Now Cooley has it, mid-post. They give it to McDonald. Jumper's good. And just like that, it's back to 17 because the officials wanted to put on a show. Gilbert with the ball now. They're trying to find Dewey down the low post. He's going through two sets of hands. And it's a whistle and a foul. They're going to give it to Elijah Johnson. So now Josh Fulcher has to stay attached to his seat for the rest of the game. He could stand up in front of it. He's given a little latitude in that department, but anything else, he's at the hands of the official for a second technical as Dewey hits the first free throw. He'll have another one. So 57-41 now. The second free throw by Dewey is missed and rebounded by Van Buren.
I'm kind of speechless, honestly, right now.
That's saying a lot when you're speechless.
Yeah, I mean, these officials it's a joke. Their coach is laying on the floor down here and gets a bench warning.
As this three on the way is missed.
We get a too quick warning and foul just for asking the official what was that all about.
Fulcher is just talking to him as McGee puts this three up. Good! And McGee Harris has another three. He's got 9 points so far and leads back down to 13. Mountain Home just trying to get it down to 10 to the fourth quarter. As McDonald has the ball now, guarded by Gilbert. McDonald almost stolen by McGee Harris. Is a good nose for the ball. As they're telling Brad Morris to sit down now, he's just coaching his team.
That's a walk.
I mean, they're telling Brad Morris to sit down, but I'm wondering how much are they going to allow for both sides? Because
this is a circus.
As Trenton Cooley is at the free throw line. I mean, they're given some latitude to one side, but not the other, as Cooley missed the first free throw.
Complete clown show.
Now just say it on the air. I agree.
It's just so bad.
I mean, Cooley's going to have another free throw here. Now, this is not to take anything away from Van Buren. I mean, they're playing excellent.
No, Van Buren's playing awesome.
But this is just, he's missed the second free throw. The ball don't lie. So Blaine Tate with the basketball, shot clock turned off.
Their guy takes 4 steps and rolls through there, and Coach Morris is standing up.
Coaching the team.
Coaching, like telling them how to, and their official runs over here and says, sit down. And this is ridiculous.
Tate with the ball, down to 10 seconds. Uchman, a whistle, and it's going to go against McDonald. And Uchman's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, because I'll say it, it's against Van Buren. That's not a foul.
That's not a foul.
That's not a foul. I mean, we'll say it. Levi Uchman's going to go shoot a pair. I mean, we're fine with it, but the first free throw was good. I mean, I get it. It's a Saturday afternoon. Nobody wants to be here, but officiate the game. As Uchman will have a second free throw, try to cut it to 11, as this one is good. So the Bombers trying to get a stop here. 10.8 to go in this third quarter. They give it ahead to Cooley, guarded by Gilbert, down to 5. McDonald, a 3 on the way, got it.
That's what good players do.
They throw it in quick. Tate throws it up, and he stepped on the sideline. And we will head to the fourth quarter of action, as that three-pointer was good. So we'll head to the fourth quarter. Van Buren with the lead, 62-46. We're going to take a short little break and possibly some nitroglycerin tablets. And we will take a break and bring you the fourth quarter of action here on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network.
Discover the refreshing difference at Baxter Real Estate Company. While they welcome new faces, their agents are seasoned experts in the realm of real estate, particularly the captivating Twin Lakes area. With a treasure trove of knowledge and years of experience under their belts, their team offers unrivaled guidance to fulfill your property dreams. The area is experiencing a rise in listing inventory. Whether buying or selling, trust their experts to navigate the market with finesse. Baxter Real Estate Company, the Twin Lakes area's best choice for local realtors to help you find that perfect property.
Brad, what are you doing?
I'm resizing all my boxes.
Why?
New math. Everyone's doing it. The Big 10 equals 12, the Big 12 equals 18, and the Pac-12 now equals 4. And I have Traeger, Samsung, Sony, and Sonos systems that fit in all kinds of boxes, so I'm resizing.
People don't care about your boxes, just the stuff that's in them.
Yeah, well, 10 out of 8 people like our big boxes better. Folks, come see all of our different size boxes next to Walmart Mountain Home or at BigBoxBrad.com. 5 points.
Well, we're back here at Claire Bates Arena. We're ready for the fourth quarter here as Van Buren will throw in. All right, we've caught our breath, so hopefully, as crazy as it's been, the Bombers are only down 14. As bad as the officials have been, as good as Van Buren shot it, as good as they played, as that bucket's good, by Drew Brazel, and it's 62-46.
Yeah, we're going to have to hold them to 4 points or so in this quarter and get really hot, and it's going to start on the defensive side. It is, but the Bombers got to get hot on the defensive side, get some steals, get some easy buckets.
Gilbert's floater is missed and rebounded by McDonald to Van Buren. Pushed to the far side by McDonald. Now it comes to this side. They thought about a three from Cazell. Driving along the middle. Now it's bounced back to McDonald, and the floater's good. Tell you what, Van Buren's played really good.
They are.
I mean, they're showing why they're one of the top teams in 5A
McDonald,
West.
like I said, he loves the blue and gold. When he sees Mountain Home, he is just puts points on us. He did it last year in this game at this stadium. He's got 23, it looks like, tonight.
Uchman puts up the three. This one is missed. Dewey comes up with the offensive rebound, and it's knocked out of his hands and picked up by Van Buren. 7 minutes to go in this one. Brazel with the basketball now. He's guarded by Rhett Gilbert. 18-point game now. Bombers got to start our run here pretty quick. Along the baseline, Brazel gives it back out to Wilcox as this was knocked away. Last touched by, it looked like Van Buren, but it's going to stay with Van Buren.
It looks like McDonald got fouled over there. I think we were lucky to not get a foul call.
Yeah. As Uchman will exit the game, Braxton Carson comes in. Now, I'll say this. I know we're supposed to be homers, but we're trying to keep this as it is. So it's out of bounds. Mountain Home will collect the basketball. Braxton Carson will throw in. Blaine Tate, but Rec Home, we got to keep it real. I mean, it hasn't been good either way.
It is not. It was bad. It started bad in the girls' game.
And then it's overflowed.
And it's just overflowed into this game.
So Dewey has it to the far side. Harris to Blaine Tate.
Both ways. Not
both
against
ways.
Mountain Home.
Correct.
Both ways. I mean, Van Buren has gotten some terrible calls as well.
As Gilbert missed a shot, and it's picked up by Van Buren. 2-on-1 on the way as McGee Harris tipped it off his leg, and it goes back to Mountain Home. McGee is so good with his hands.
He is very quick with his hands.
So Tate with the basketball, 6:10 to go. As try to get it to Harris. Now to this side to Gilbert. Gilbert a screen from Braxton Carson. Back to Carson on the pick and pop. Dewey, a whistle and a foul.
Oh my gosh.
he calls a touch foul on
when the other fans are booing.
Denton.
When the other fans are booing too. I mean, if you got both fans booing at you, you mentioned you hope their families are watching. If they are, I don't know.
Blaine Tate with the ball. Now they give it to Braxton Carson in the far corner. 5:55 to go. McGee Harris, they give it to Dewey on the right block. He's got to fight through two sets of hands, make it 4, and he's whistled and a foul. 5:50 to go, and Dewey's going to go to the line for a pair of free throws.
Yeah, the bad part about officiating, one, there's not a lot of officials that are out there. I get it. But the other bad part is they're not held accountable in any way. Is there anybody that watches this and watches this game and is just like, that's not what the AAA holds as a standard, or the AAO or whatever they are, the Athletic Officiating Association, I don't know. But did they ever look at that and be like, yeah, guys, this is just not good?
I mean, the only time that I see them graded is at a state tournament.
Yeah.
Well, and then at the state finals, of course, which they take the best graded ones and take them there. As both free throws are good by Braden Dewey, and a whistle and a timeout by Josh Fulcher. 64-48 our score. Van Buren on the high side. We will take a short little break and bring you the rest of the fourth quarter here on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network.
White River Materials has earned a reputation for producing industry-leading high-quality results. They have the experience and equipment to perform each project quickly, safely, and cost-efficiently. Privately owned and operated, White River Materials prides themselves in quality work with the customer's best interest in mind. If you need limestone or concrete products, or someone to do the job correctly the first time, give White River Materials a call today at 425-3431 or 425.
Back here at Claire Bates Arena, 64-48 our score, 5:50 to go. It'll be Glavin McDonald to throw in. Mountain Home on the low side, 64-48. So Van Buren with the basketball. They're going to go from left to right here, across the timeline. A little extended pressure by Mountain Home, a little bit of zone action as they give it back to Brazel, and they're going to try to run as much time off as they can, try to get this back home, as this 3-on by Cooley is missed and picked up by McDonald. And he stepped on the baseline. So the other thing is, even if the Bombers can't come back and win, they want to try to keep Van Buren to as little tiebreaker points as possible.
10's that magic number, right?
Yeah, 10's the most you can get, so a win by 10 and a win by 30 are the same thing. But again, it came down to 1 point for the Bombers last year, so every point is critical. So even if it's an 8-point game with 30 seconds left, that's why you'll see them playing hard. Braxton Carson, little turnaround jumper off the window, good, and Mountain Home's in the 50s now.
Good job, Braxton, staying patient.
64-50 now. 5 minutes to go. Still plenty of time to make a comeback here. 5:05 to go here in this ball game. Cooley going to drive inside, and Dewey fouled him. Dewey hammered him as Trenton Cooley's going to go to the line. That's Dewey's second foul. That was a foul.
That was, yeah, and I hate to be on the officials, but here's the deal. You've got 16 to 18-year-old kids that have poured their heart into practicing, preparing, getting ready for this game, and these guys come out here and they just do what they want to do. They yell, they get in coach's face, they tell them shut down, they watch a guy lay on the floor and give him a bench warning, and it's just crazy. And then, we talk about they're getting paid for this. Do they ever get held accountable for how they do in games? I don't know the answer to that. I'd love to know on the official side of things. Hopefully they do, because, these kids have put everything they have into this game, and it stinks to see them kind of get.
Now, again, we do not want to take anything away from Van Buren.
No,
They've
they're
been
playing
awesome.
They're playing great. It's on both sides. I mean, I feel bad for Van Buren's players.
Braxton Carson, top of the key. 3, he's got it, and it's back down to 13. So Braxton Carson, he's had a good night shooting. He has 2 threes so far. He's got 8. And it's 66-53. I mean, we've seen this before. So this one is stolen by Blaine Tate. That's how it starts. Blaine Tate going to drive behind the back, pulls the Magic Johnson, and it's missed and rebounded by Van Buren. That would have been big. Now they give it to Cooley on the other end, and oh my,
he's got hammered.
Ryder undercut him, and they didn't call anything.
I mean, Coach Autry's beside himself down here. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Cooley just got absolutely hammered.
I mean, he got undercut by Ryder McLean as we have a whistle, and they're going to let Dewey tie his shoe. So they're going to rethrow it in and reset the shot clock. So 4:24 left to go. 13-point game. This is not over yet.
It's not over.
So we're at 4:20 as Blaine Tate's going to let it roll. He's going to pick it up finally at 4:21 to go here in this ball game. They give it to McGee Harris. They come back to that side to Dewey, to the far side, Ryder McLean, high post to Braxton Carson. Thought about picking up a jumper. Dewey's going to go through 2 people as a whistle and no call. He stand out of bounds, so it's going to be Mountain Home basketball. Braden Dewey got hammered.
Look,
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Coach Autry's mad at the
Now they're telling Autry to get back in the box. Meanwhile, Fulcher is just asking questions, and he got teed up earlier. 66-53. Things get a little testy here.
but it all goes back to those guys are supposed to be in control of this game as officials, and they have lost control of the game by their actions and their calls.
This is given to Harris, back to Ryder McLean. McLean to Dewey at the high post, has his pocket picked. Driving inside, a whistle, and a foul is called. It's going to be 3:52 to go. The foul's going to go on McGee Harris. It's not a shooting foul, but it will result in sending Van Buren to the baseline to throw in on the right side. 3:52 to go, Bombers down 13. As McDonald around the screen gets it to go. Glavin McDonald, he's awesome. He's got 25 points right now.
He is a dude, and I'm telling you, he just is a Bomber killer.
Yeah. I mean, he's had our number last year and then into this year, but Bombers down 15, trying to get a bucket here. Blaine Tate with the ball. trying to set something up. 3:33 left in the ball game. Driving along the middle, gives it back out. Dewey, right wing three, got it. That's a
Good
big three
answer.
and a whistle and a timeout called by Josh Fulcher. We will take it with him. 3:25 to go in this one. Bombers down by 12. We will take a short little break and bring you the rest of this fourth quarter here on the Bomber Sports Network and Classic Hits 101.7.
If you're tired of buffering and sketchy service, you need to experience Next, powered by NAEC's fiber optic internet. With service up to 1 gig, Next Internet is the definition of high speed. Plans start at just $49.95 a month. Subscribe to Next by calling 870-895-3221 or visiting mynextfiber.com. You may also subscribe by visiting North Arkansas Electric Cooperative's office.
Are you building a new house, not sure where the property lines are? Strider Consulting can help. They're a civil engineering and land surveying firm located at 1029 Highway 201 north of Mountain Home. With over 23 years in the business, Strider Consulting has the experience and expertise to bring your project to life. Visit strider.consulting to see their full list of services and request your quote today. Strider Consulting is a proud supporter of Mountain Home Bombers athletics. Strider Consulting, engineering our future.
It's Arena. The Bombers find themselves down 12. They're going to have to get a couple stops strung together here. 3:25 left in this one. Van Buren with a 12-point lead. Van Buren, you know, they might not just be playing to win the game, but they're also trying to keep that 10-point lead, Brad.
Yeah, you got to have it's all about tiebreakers, especially in the league where it goes 5 or 6 deep. Van Buren, Mountain Home, Alma, Harrison, Greenbrier. These are all teams that are playing for those playoff spots, and you know you got to try to get all tiebreaker points that you can.
Good job by Cazell to get it down to A.G. Denton for the layup. Leads back to 14. 70 points now for Van Buren. As this jumper by Gilbert, this one is missed, and rebounded by Van Buren. And a whistle and a foul. They're going to give McGee Harris the foul. 70-56 our score, under 3 to go now. As this is sent into Cazell. Back to McDonald. It's funny, I was talking to Coach Brad Autry pregame. I was like, man, we just haven't shot it real well in this gym this year. And I was like, well, you guys are due, and apparently they were. 2:40 to go. Now let's skip to the far side to McDonald. Now on the low block to Denton. Denton off the window. Good. That's a good move.
Yeah, spin move, baseline, reverse layup. Use the rim as protection against the shot block. Real good move.
72-56 our score. Mountain Home needs to go in a hurry. Gets the screen from Dewey. Tate back to Braxton Carson. Puts up the little 8-footer. This one is missed and rebounded by Van Buren. 2:10 to go in this one. We have 5 pointers in double figures. In fact, it's only 5 players have scored for Van Buren, and a whistle and a foul. And the ball's going to be put on the baseline with 2:05 to go.
If I'm Cooley, I'm looking at these officials going, golly, man. His arms are black and blue. He's been getting hammered.
Brazel will throw in. 2:05 to go. Actually, Ryder McLean's going to come in first. He's going to, I didn't see who he replaced.
Braxton.
Yeah, Braxton, yep. So it's Ryder McLean, Levi Uchman, Braden Dewey, Blaine Tate, and Rhett Gilbert, the 5 on the floor for Mountain Home. Cooley driving against Gilbert, and a whistle and a foul. Going to go against Gilbert. That's a second. And Van Buren will shoot free throws the rest of this game. Trenton Cooley's going to go to the free throw line now. He has reached double figures. 12 points now, make it 13.
So all their starters, right? All the scoring
that's
from
all
the
the
starters?
scoring is just from their starters. They have no bench points.
Yeah,
in fact, Weston Wilcox is the only one that's done a thing. He's missed 2 free throws as that one falls in by Cooley. And Tate has the basketball. 2 minutes to go here. Bombers down 18. Tate back to Uchman. Uchman to Tate, gets the screen from Uchman. Gives it back to Uchman. He's going to put up the 3 from the left wing. This one is missed and rebounded by Van Buren. McDonald with the basketball.
Van Buren out rebounding Mountain Home right now, 21-13.
Goes to the far side of the corner. Glavin McDonald, a 3, got it.
I just counted.
The hits keep coming
You counted it as soon as he touched it. McDonald is hot tonight. He is playing well.
77-56, biggest lead of the ball game as Dewey gets that layup to go, cuts it to 19. 77-58. Minute 10 to go now, wrapping things up here as Van Buren's going to get some subs in. As it's going to be Gabriel Johnson, Devin Mays, Elijah Johnson, Weston Wilcox, and Ty Cobley that will come in. Again, there's only 10 on their varsity roster, so they basically took out their starters for the only other 5 on the roster. As it will now be the 5 for Mountain Home be Uchman, Ryder McLean, Drew Haney's come back in with 4 fouls, Kobaninsky and Rhett Gilbert. 77-58 our score now. I don't know what, I think
well, they called timeout. I think what happened was they called timeout, and Coach Fulcher used part of the timeout in order to get his guys in and get up off the bench, and then Coach Autry did the same to kind of bring his team together and kind of talk about that. It initially was going to be just a little quick timeout to get the subs in, but both coaches
they can elect to take the timeout.
They can,
so.
yeah.
Down to 18 on the shot clock, 3 on the way. Rattle around, won't go. Uchman the rebound. Under a minute to go here. Looks like Van Buren's going to move to 3-0 with Alma, as this 3 on the way is good. 77-61, high-scoring game tonight as Van Buren has the ball now. Hey, Van Buren and Alma play on Tuesday, weather permitting, so that's a big game. That's the 2 undefeateds in the West, so Mountain Home will fall to a tie for 3rd place now, as they will have the weather permitting again, as this 3-pointer is missed. Weather permitting, they will head to Russellville on Tuesday and then have Greenwood at home on Friday, back in the hangar, the friendly confines. Gilbert goes to the spin move and puts up the jumper. This one is missed. Van Buren comes up with the rebound to Cobley. As down to 8 seconds, and Van Buren's just going to dribble it out.
Good game played by Van Buren. They shot the ball well tonight here in Claire. What's it called?
Claire Bates Arena.
Claire Bates Arena. They shot the ball very, very well, and Mountain Home was unable to weather the initial storm.
So again, the final score here from Claire Bates Arena. Van Buren wins 77-61. We're going to take a short little break and check the final stats of tonight's game. Put a pretty bow on this one. We'll take a short little break. Bombers lose 77-61. This is Bomber Basketball on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network. For the post-game show presented by Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic. We are going to check some stats for you here. It's time to check the stats presented by Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic. So, Jack, I mean, there were 5 starters for Van Buren. They all scored. That was all of their scoring. So Jackson Cazell finishes with 12 points. Trenton Cooley finished with 13 points. Glavin McDonald finished with 27. It was a loud 27. A.G. Denton finished with 10 points. And Drew Brazel finished with 11 points. Nobody else scored for Van Buren. In fact, the only other one that did anything in the book, Weston Wilcox, had a foul and he missed 2 free throws. But other than that, that was it for Van Buren. It was a 5-headed monster. On the Mountain Home side, the final scoring, Blaine Tate with 4 points, 9 for McGee Harris, 8 points for Braxton Carson, 3 for Ryder McLean. Braden Dewey finishes with 13 points. Rhett Gilbert finishes with 7. 4 points for Levi Uchman and 2 for Drew Haney, who finished with 4 fouls tonight. Final score being Van Buren winning 77-61. Van Buren goes to 3-0 in the West with a big matchup on Tuesday, weather permitting, against the Alma Airedales, the 2 undefeated teams in the West, and Mountain Home falls to 2-1. But even with the loss tonight, still in decent shape for Mountain Home.
Yeah, and we've got a lot ahead of us, and also we got to give out Dewey and Son player of the game tonight too, correct, Decon?
Yeah, we do. You can call the plumber number. Phone's not loading where I had it. But yeah, go ahead, tell us who the Dewey and Sons player of the game is.
I think the Dewey and Son player of the game tonight is going to go to Braden Dewey. I think we give it to him. He had a good night, kind of held the fort down for the Bombers as they were down in the post, and just not able to get things going offensively, but Dewey was a stable force that we needed there.
So that was the Dewey and Sons Plumbing player of the game. For all your plumbing needs, call the plumber number at 425-4868. Remember, it's supposed to be freezing here the next couple of nights. Keep your cabinet doors open, keep your faucets dripping, and all that. So we're going to take a short little break here on the post-game show presented by Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic. We'll take a short little break and put a pretty bow on this one and preview what we have next week here on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live on the Bomber Sports Network. Well, back here at Claire Bates Arena, they're wrapping up the party here. Final score, Mountain Home loses the boys game 77-61, but the girls did win 55-39, and it sets up a potential big matchup next Friday. Of course, there's hopefully going to be a game in between there against Russellville on Tuesday, but, I mean, any final thoughts from the boys game tonight, Brad?
You know, I mean, Van Buren's good.
Yeah.
Right? Glavin McDonald is a name that we should know and all Bomber fans should know because he lit us up last year. He lit us up this year. And, you know, it's going to be a good one when they come to Mountain Home. You know, they played well. Unfortunately, this game is going to be tarred and kind of scarred, and you're going to have a black eye on it based on the officiating on both sides of things. It was just an absolute racket, to be honest with you, with the officials on both sides. I mean, you got one coach laying out in the middle of the floor, and he gets nothing. Coach Fulcher asked, I think he traveled before the foul was what he said. I heard from someone behind him. That's all he said, and he gets a technical foul. It just stinks for these kids. I hate it for these boys who put in on both sides of the ball, put in all the time and effort in order to play a game and to be kind of handled like that. It just stinks, and it's no fun to watch. As far as the girls go, to be honest with you, the fishing was just as bad in the girls game. We absolutely got hammered during the girls games, but we were able to overcome it and win from hot shooting from the girls. Just like Van Buren had hot shooting from the boys, the girls had hot shootings. But it sets up a good run for both teams.
So Mountain Home falls to 2-1 in the 5A West. The girls move to 3-0. Now we'll look ahead to next week. Of course, scheduled right now, Mountain Home is scheduled to go to Russellville on Tuesday. I'll be honest, I will be very shocked if we make that trip on Tuesday, Brad.
Right, yeah, and we'll get into that as to what's to come in the 5A West for both. But, yeah, the weather this time of year always plays havoc on our schedule.
Yeah, but the good news is after that game, we get two straight back in the hangar. We have Greenwood on Friday. That'll be a big girls game. And then on Tuesday night, we will have the Greenbrier Panthers here. Matt Sharp will be back for those games, but, you know, there's still a lot of basketball to be played here over the next month and a half.
Yep, I agree.
So, again, the final score in the boys' game, Mountain Home loses 77-61, and the girls win 55-39. Well, that's going to do it from Claire Bates Arena. Actually, we're going to take one more little break here. My apologies. And we're going to preview what's going on next week, and then we'll wrap things up here from Claire Bates Arena. This is Bomber Basketball on Classic Hits 101.7.